Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to episode 40, ladies and gentlemen, of the A-listers. You get me? Today, we have a stacked panel, we have a filled panel, and there is a special guest about to join us as well today. We have an extra special guest for an extra cooking to a certain professor. Obviously, you guys know the summer now has started, so we kind of discuss a little bit of transfer news, we discuss a little bit of the football, stuff like that. Obviously, the last game of domestic football in England is the FA Cup. Manchester City 1, United 2. United win the FA Cup right on City's head top. You get me? No double for Manchester City. They only leave the season with the Premier League trophy. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Enzo Maresca. Apparently, it's all but confirmed. The whole Chelsea news with Enzo Maresca. And actually, we're going to then go back to United if we have time, getting through the Hamza monologues, to talk about Ten Hag. Is Ten Hag going to stay or not? Big up to Toka. Listen, all the people who watch the Back Again podcast know I woke up today, had a bit of food poisoning, couldn't do any streams in the morning, was busy vomiting the whole day. You get me? Had a bad pizza. But alhamdulillah, I can't complain. I'm good now. You get me? Slowly progressing, taking a couple of meds and stuff like that. But big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I don't want to keep interrupting the A-lister stream to tell you guys to like and subscribe. So make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Let me introduce first the winner of the FA Cup. You get me? He has the opportunity today to give back all the crap that Hamza has given him. Man like Grigsy is in the building. How you doing, Grigsy, man?
Doing great, man. Hope you feel better, obviously. First and foremost. And yeah, man, I left the season with a trophy. Certain people in this panel did not win a trophy this year. I finished the lowest, but at the end of the day, I'm still one of the biggest winners. And that's all that happens. That's football heritage, man. That's what Wembley was. Back-to-back trophies. And it just felt better to beat that certain club. Obviously, we didn't do it last year, but I always say you gotta leave with something. I got my get back, man. And Hamza can hold that. I know he was at the game. He was sitting with United fans, so I hope he had a miserable Saturday afternoon at Wembley, watching my fans celebrate that trophy right in front of his head. And Pep had to give me a little guard of honor too. That felt nice to see Pep give my club a guard of honor. I know he was fuming after the game. He was drinking his water, shaking. Every time you see Pep drink a bottle of water, man, just know that your team is winning.
Can I show you the video?
Bro, every single time, man.
Look.
The way they move the ball, the way they switch the ball with rush, the way they move.
Oh, the guy only drinks water when he's losing. Sometimes I think he might be dehydrated, bro. Maybe that's the kid, but nah, man.
Bro,
I was asking the comments Wednesday. I have a chance to do a double conference league, but that's for another day, man. Today I focus on United. Today I embrace my English.
By the way, it's Olympiacos and Man United who could win you something this season. Both.
Yeah, man. We might both be in Europa League next year, man. It's gonna be I actually hope that would be a matchup. I would try to go to Greece for that. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be fun to do. But yeah, no. Thanks for having me as always, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You know the drill.
Big up. Since we last spoke, this guy has gotten, quote unquote, his Independence Day. You get me? So he's gotten Pochettino sacked. So there's a W for him. You get me? So we introduce him next. Biggest troublemaker currently, to be fair, in the Chelsea fan base. Or actually, probably the second biggest troublemaker. Man like Lewis is in the building. How do Lewis?
Big up, man. Just enjoying the heel turn, as per usual. It's good to be back. Pochettino Independence Day was nearly a week ago. Or that'll be the case in an hour or two. It feels bittersweet because the one bit of copium that I had with the Europa League is now gone. But I learned a tough lesson. Never, ever write a game off. And it happened again. The cockroaches did it again. You know what? Congratulations. Beating Man City is no easy feat. So fair play with that. The fact that we get to cook Hamza is a small bit of copium I'll enjoy, but it's whatever. I now think my trophy draw will end next season. So there's some positives.
Fairs. Conference League playoffs loading. You get me? Big up Ray in the chat.
Estonia away, man. It's a special place.
Joining us as well on the channel.
We will be there.
Record holder of the FA Cup. You get me? He cannot minimize what Grigs done because then he minimizes his football club. We have to get that in. You get me? Joining us on the channel. Is it by far the biggest troublemaker in the Arsenal fans on YouTube? Or actually second biggest troublemaker as well? We have the second biggest troublemakers from both fan bases because there is two names pop in my head when it comes to like all the YouTube fucking fights and stuff. Man like Egal is in the building. How do you, Egal, man?
First of all, my apologies, guys. Today I'm the fraud this late. My apologies. I fell asleep watching Succession. As for what do you call it? What happened on the weekend? I found myself smiling seeing Man City losing, not realizing that I was actually cheering on United to beat them. It was weird. It was weird. I don't know, Hussam, if you felt the same thing. When City just keep winning, you want them to lose. It doesn't matter who they lose to. And it was just a weird situation. But yeah, I got some joy out of it. And now we get to cook Hamza. Lovely.
Speaking of, where are you, Hamza? Are you done speaking on the Chelsea space about all the proper Chelsea crap? See, there's only a chair in the background.
That's
There
all
you
he
are.
does.
Yeah, this is like, oh, I have to go toilet. I bet you he's speaking on the space. Fatur, can you confirm right now if he's speaking on the space or not? Went toilet my ass. Let me call him right now. There you are. I want to call him.
I don't think he's in a space.
I'm gonna introduce Hamza's chair next.
He might have dead ass gone for a shit.
Wallahi fraud. Wallahi fraud.
Nah, he's
Shout
not
out
on
to
a
Saad.
space.
Saad's usually the guy that goes for a shit midstream. You get me? But fair enough. Joining us on the channel
Who's the
is,
special?
Hamza's chair. Oh, Fatur just messaged me. Negative. Okay, he's not speaking on spaces. Maybe he's taking a shit. So you get me. He lost the FA Cup. The only thing I want to talk about is Kevin De Bruyne getting subbed off in the 57th minute. This is where we have to make investigation because he's cooked every single one of our players. Today he has to answer for that crime right there. Man like Hamza is in the building. How are you doing, Hamza?
Going down, going up, going down, going up. City going down with $1 billion in the bank, $1 billion in the bank, $1 billion in the bank. City's going down with $1 billion in the bank. 115 charges here. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. I'm ready.
You're ready, Hamza. You're ready.
Yeah.
This is going to be one hell of a stream today. Big up to everyone in the chat. Let me just do these super chats before I introduce our final guest. You get me? Who's also here to get a piece of Hamza. Pause. Big up to Hamza. We got you an extra special guest as well. So you better be ready. He supports Man United. I'm warning you. Big up to my guy Fatur, who says Hamza says Blue Brothers United before the game, then cussing Chelsea after the game. Disgraceful individual. Grealish is the English Figo. Doku is baby Ronaldinho. Haaland is baby R9. Alvarez is baby Batistuta. You know the one that, shout out to Winter Surfer Andrew, who watches the stream always. The one that pissed us off the most is genuinely that Batistuta one. The level of disrespect.
Bro, it is a fact.
To call Alvarez baby
The fact that you don't
Batistuta
even see it.
Hamza,
You've never watched Batistuta. You've never watched Batistuta.
I have never watched Batistuta.
Bro, the fact that you don't even understand why I call him Batistuta.
Bro,
You've
on
never-
Saturday, he looked like Rodrigo Palacios from Inter Milan. Give it up, bro.
Exactly. He
You've
looks like
never
Palacio.
watched Batistuta.
The guy with the
I
one
watched
hair
Batistuta.
hanging out from his
Yeah, the one with the pony, the rat ponytail. Yeah, that's what he
Batistuta
looked like.
was a player in front of goal, will spark you 15 goals, but he'll hit top bins. Top bins.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
hit
I
top
know.
bins on Saturday, man.
Give
Give
Alvarez.
Yo, Hamza, he hit you top bins
Hamza,
Saturday with that
his
shot.
name is literally Batty Goal.
Give Alvarez.
His nickname is
Let me-
literally
one
Batty
second.
Goal for a reason.
Yeah, Batigo. And Arsenal fans should remember that against Fiorentina.
Okay, so
Arsenal,
where was
Wembley.
Alvarez's Batty
Yeah,
Goal against
Batistuta
Manchester
hit.
United?
Wallah, go and check Batistuta. Hit on David Seaman. Wallah, I felt so for David Seaman. Wallah,
Okay,
top
okay.
corner.
We're not going to allow
Go
you.
and reset.
We're going to allow you this
And Old
deflection.
Trafford.
tactic.
Mark
Okay.
Bosnich
Yeah,
was in
but
goal.
You've already started.
Mark Bosnich was in
History
goal.
lessons.
Mark Bosnich was in goal.
Hamza,
And Roy
Hamza,
Keane made a
let's
mistake.
super chat.
Wallahi, Roy Keane made a
Let's
mistake.
read super
Wallahi.
chat. Can we read
What a
super
shame,
chats,
back
Hamza,
pass.
so we can start the stream? Can we read
Yeah,
super
yeah,
chats,
man.
please? Foden equal English Zidane, Kevin De Bruyne equal Belgian Zidane, Guardiola equal baby Maldini, Ake equal baby Hullet, Ederson equal baby Yashin, Walker equal baby Cafu, Rodri is better than Busquets, Bernardo Silva is baby Eusebio. Fatur is coming here with every single
Baby
fucking
Rivaldo.
Fatur has provided every single receipt, man. I fucking love Fatur, man. Man's out here just telling us everything Hamza said, and he's provided evidence. I have the clip of him calling Foden English Zidane, which is such a disrespect to Zinedine Zidane, bro. Zinedine
Hold
Zidane,
on.
you know.
Carragher said it.
At least, you know, when I make comparisons, I go like Gerrard and Lampard. That's a
No, but
comparison.
Carragher, Carragher did it to belittle Bellingham. He didn't.
Also, why we
Carragher said that City were gonna slap us up on Saturday. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
Also, why we
Carragher
listening to
says.
Carragher to begin
Sure,
with? Can I understand? That's the funny part.
Should have, could
I
have,
don't
would
even
have.
listen to him.
chooses who he listens to.
No, I don't even listen to him as a Liverpool fan. No one gives a shit what Carragher says. Almost
No,
forgot
Stones is Beckenbauer. Diaz is baby Maldini. Is Vardy's baby Baresi.
I cannot believe you fully say this.
But he's called,
with a
Wallahi, his
straight face.
nickname is called Barnsley Beckenbauer. Wallahi, they call him Barnsley Beckenbauer Stones. Wallahi, that's his name.
So
Well,
who's Maldini?
Yeah, and
Maldini is
that
Diaz.
doesn't mean that you just say it back just because they say it, Hamza. You're such a fraud. Why are you
that's his
disrespecting all the
nickname.
legends of football?
Bro, they call him, that's the nickname. Ask every City fan. Who's Barnsley Beckenbauer?
Don't worry, we're
I
gonna
sure
do
got-
that.
Hamza, I dare you go Milan and say that. You're
Don't
gonna
worry.
get punched out, man. I promise you. Go say that at
But
Milan.
that's-
They will punch you.
Go to Milan and go tell Milan fans that you call Diaz baby Maldini. See what they do to you, man.
They're gonna kick
Me that
his
with
ass.
respect.
Big up to Justin, who says recently we were talking about Arteta catching Klopp's legacy with 1 Prem each from Saturday. Ten Hag has overtaken Arteta as a manager. 2 trophies to 1. Arteta 5 years in, Ten Hag 2 years in. It's a fact and nobody can deny it. It's a fact in terms of success, 100%. 1 Carabao Cup, 1 FA Cup versus 1 FA Cup. So by definition, he has more trophies. Of course, I don't think that anyone will deny that. But as a manager, if you ask me who I would rather have at my club, obviously the answer is going to be Arteta. But thanks so much.
By the way,
Justin.
I think Ten Hag is now the second most accomplished manager in England in terms of English trophies won in the Premier League right now.
Oh yeah, because
But it doesn't
Klopp
surprise
left.
me, Sam. It
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me when Trent tells you it's not about trophies you win.
Oh, here we go.
Trent tells you that. So
Big up
why
to you,
not?
Justin.
But your captain said the Euros win for England would probably mean more than the treble.
Bro, it's England. England never
As
won
he
the
should.
Euros.
As he should.
Bro,
Big
a
up to you,
treble?
Justin. This is the first time
That's
I
what
see
you
your
say.
name as well. Hang around because we are going to be talking about this topic.
I'm sorry.
Big up to Mohammed
He's making fun
Zaabi,
of
my
Liverpool
brother.
for saying it means more, but your captain is saying it means more to him if he wins with
100%.
country over club.
Because England will never win the Euros. I'll put money there.
You know why it will not mean more for Man City? 'Cause
England will
there's
not
15
win the
people.
Euro this year.
There's 15 people at the parade. Big up to Mohammed Zaabi, who says he's coming
I
from the
think England
professor's
have a
side.
chance.
And this is how I know he actually is coming from the professor's side, because he's saying he basically saying in Arabic today only Chelsea, Hussam. Listen, Grigs is gonna have a chance
He's
to
very
cook
good.
Hamza. It has to
Mohammed
happen.
knows.
We have to. We're gonna talk about
Mohammed
Chelsea. Don't worry.
Al-Zabi knows.
Muhammad. We're going to talk about Chelsea. We're going to talk about Enzo Maresca. I promise you. He's on the thumbnail for a reason. He's on this side of the thumbnail right here. See? He's right there. We're going to talk about him. We cannot ignore the United thing. That parade, you couldn't play Where's Wally with a dead crowd. Too easy. Time to go door to door and beg for more fans, brother. Embarrassing. Some of the clips from that parade is the fucking funniest thing ever. Cannot
Hold
believe
on.
they call
Hold
themselves a big club.
Hold
Big
on.
up, Frank. No, I don't want to see your
parade.
Photoshop pictures. Big up to my guy Mugi, who says, I swear being ill, it's the worst. It's like you forgot how it is to be healthy and we might not have won anything, but I didn't want to rip my hair out week in, week out, so it could be worse. Big up to you, Mugi spoke to me about this as well, because he kind of had the same kind of issue as well with the whole food poisoning stuff. Big
The
up to
parade
my
at
guy.
Liverpool. We got more views.
Okay,
Twitter's
good.
Ballon d'Or.
Can I
We
wish
got
Mugi a speedy recovery? Oh, I wish Mugi a
sorry,
speedy
sorry.
recovery in the chat. You get me? Hope you're good, inshallah. Obviously, one of the guys I always speak to off the streams. Big up to you, my guy Mugi. Big up to Salman.
Sorry,
Says,
Mugi,
Hussam,
man.
I'll tell Lewis that I love him. If the abusive potcheners up the Chelsea is what Salman
Up the
says.
Chelsea. Big up, my
Hamza,
guy.
what were
Don't
you
worry, man. We're dunking on them all next season when we cook.
Hamza, what were you doing? What were you
Fair,
doing
fair.
after the final? You lost it, bro. What were you doing?
I'm gonna talk about it now. Don't worry. Big up to Ali, who says can't
Bro,
wait for
that's
next season.
dirty,
When Chelsea fans
It
say
kind of looks
Maresca
like
out.
you.
I
When
know.
Badiashile loses the ball and the opposition score an open goal with Sanchez inverted. Hashtag Maresca out. Ali, I'll be honest with you. I told Lewis this earlier on. I think it will happen that way. But as well, I acknowledged on the Carefree Lewis stream after that listen, both things are a possibility. He might come up and be really good or really crap. We will see. to be honest
Exactly.
with you.
There's no need to be Nostradamus, but thank you for the donation.
I
Everyone
was
thinks they're a
Nostradamus
fortune
a couple of
teller.
times this year, to be fair. Only a couple of times, but I messed up some predictions. My biggest Nostradamus moment thing was the Spurs thing. 100%.
Yeah.
That one I called
Yeah.
spot on.
The
Everyone
That
else
one,
this
I agree.
season. Respect
Chelsea,
Spurs!
no.
So when we talk about Chelsea, I'm going first.
Bro,
I'm
you-
going first.
To this day,
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't
No,
worry.
you're not. You are bottom row, my friend.
Rinse me
Yeah.
as much as you
that
want.
stream was legendary. You
Chelsea,
cooked that
I'm going
guy.
first.
The day you cook
Elia, how
salad.
you gonna super chat the channel calling everyone a clown other than Lewis? You fraud.
Big up,
I
Ilya.
see,
My
I
dog.
see you in the
Yeah,
curfew Lewis
Ilya
chat. You
always
get
does
me,
this.
but have some shame. Have some shame. Big up to
I'm surprised
Castor
he
who
didn't
just
single
sent
me
in-
out by myself.
Big up
That's
Martin.
super chat, guys. Big up to Castor sends in the Palestinian
Big up
flag. Of
Martin.
course.
To support
Our
this
thoughts
today.
and
You
prayers
guys are amazing.
are with our brothers in Palestine. Of course, we always want the war to stop, and we
Yeah.
want everyone to be happy and safe and healthy, inshallah. Big up to you, Castor. Big up to Ilya. Big up to Allergies. Big up to Fatur, Mugi, Hamad al-Zaabi, Frank, Saha, Ali. Big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. And listen, now time to bring up the special guest and talk about the FA Cup final. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. This guy was here on one of the episodes. I think his debut episode. He got cooked as fuck by Hamza. He fully got cooked. I think that week they lost like by a big margin. I think it was to Fulham or Bournemouth or something. Today he messaged me. He's like, "Can you please get me on a stream? I need to get my revenge on Hamza for all the cooking he gave me." Joining us on the channel, if you know, you know, one of the OGs of This Is Football, Man United fan, man like Usmaan is in the building. How you doing, Usmaan, man?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. First things first, you know, rapping. Come on. Hamza, listen. You bold fraud. You fucking bold fraud. It's good to see you turned up. Unlike Haaland, the absolute waste, man. And KDB being hooked after 59th minute. Absolutely pathetic team. 115 cases, and you couldn't beat the worst Manchester United in Premier League history to make history. And speaking of which, everyone's forgot you done the 4P. Like, no one gives a shit about you. Everyone was spoiling Arsenal because they actually got a heritage and also a proper club. No one gives a shit about City. And that was evident at the parade, but you had about 10 people and they were all paid. Absolutely twats. The only thing you guys are known for is Grealish getting pissed on the bus. That's literally it. You ain't known for anything else. You don't get no media coverage unless Grealish is absolutely drunk off his tits, and that's basically it. So, for me, I'm here for Hamza, to be fair. I'm here for your fucking tears. I've seen your shit tweets about Sir Alex Ferguson and talking about Pep this, Pep that. Pep said, fuck Man City after that parade. He looked at that parade and said, no what? I can only do one more season of this shit, pathetic club. I've seen enough. So, listen, Hamza, enjoy your next season because after that, you're going to go back to where you belong, which is League One football, and you're going to be irrelevant and you're going to become an Arsenal fan once again when you initially get relegated. So, cut the bullshit. Stop being these fake chants. Everyone in here knows you're an Arsenal fan, and everyone in the chat knows you're an Arsenal fan. Take the shirt off. We know there's an Arsenal shirt underneath. Stop the cap, bro. I know what. Fair play to you. I actually went to the final. Fair play to you. First time in your life you actually did something. That's the second time you've been to Man United with Man City, and both times you've lost. What a fucking embarrassment, Hamza. Absolute embarrassment. But yeah, it's going to be a great stream. Hamza, we're here for your tears, mate. I can't fucking wait. Just like Haaland, you're going to disappear. You love to see it. Let's go, boys. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Come on, people.
Man has the clip ready. I love this. This is
You made me stand with the 8th place team, man. The Europa League team. Come on, man. Oh, it stinks here, man. I'll just stand with the 8th place team, man.
So,
what a fraud. What a fraud.
Big up to all of you guys. You get me? I even have a special guest for extra Hamza cooking. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button and subscribing. Grigsy, the floor is yours. Talk to me, brother, before we go to Usmaan. Usmaan already emptied half the clip on Hamza.
I feel I might just let Usmaan empty the clip against.
No,
Hamza.
Grigs, we're here for tag team. Kane Undertaker vibes.
Let's
Hamza,
do it,
go
let's
on,
do it.
mate.
It's not the first time that Hamza got cooked by 2 United fans. It's not the first time on the show. It's not gonna be the second. It's not gonna be the last time. Obviously, United. It was a great win. I thought we were the better team throughout that whole game. It felt good to say that probably for the first time all year that we were the better team over 90 minutes against someone. And fair play to Ten Hag. That's the first thing I'll say. Obviously, I've been known on this channel to not be the biggest fan of Ten Hag, but if it was his last dance, as some would say, he went out with a bang, man. That was an absolute perfect game plan. He nullified City, and he showed that what I've thought about him the whole time, that he's more of a cup manager. If it comes down to one game, come with an individual game plan that he can coach like some of the best, and he did that. I thought United were excellent. The game reminded me of the game at Old Trafford last year where we beat them 2-1, the Rashford winner. It was kind of a similar game plan, in my opinion, for City to play out wide, and they couldn't do much because Guardiola, bless him, he's a good player, but Pep has him trying to be an ISO winger like he's Ronaldinho in his prime. He can't do that. Bernardo Silva, stick to central positions. Don't go out wide, bro. You don't got that bag like that. You're not him like that. Erling Haaland, people always talk about Lisandro Martinez this, overrated that. Well, Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane made life for Erling Haaland hell over 90 minutes. He couldn't get a single sniff. And Martinez kind of initiated that from the first minute where he shoved him in the box where City fans cried penalty. Nah, bro, it's bully ball. Get up. Play. It's physical football, man. It's a cup final. Get big, get stronger. And I thought United just perfect game plan. And second of all, the first guy I'm gonna talk about in terms of players is Kobbie Mainoo. From the first moment I stepped on this channel, I told you, remember the name Kobbie Mainoo. It's gonna be a special, special talent. And on that pitch at Wembley on Saturday afternoon, Usmaan, Hamza, Lewis, Egal, you all live in England. There was 2 players on that pitch from Stockport. Phil Foden, the player of the year, and Kobbie Mainoo, United star boy. Only one reigned supreme, and it was the United star boy, Kobbie Mainoo. Scored a cup-winning goal and was also man of the match on Phil Foden's head top, on Rodri's head top with his unbeaten streak, 74. Get that streak out of here, man. Like, same way Brock Lesnar did to Undertaker in WWE, made to do the same shit, man. Get the hell out of here. Undefeated streak hype, man. They talk about this guy's Busquets. Get out of here, bro. Amrabat cooked him that whole game. Amrabat. Moroccan Vin Diesel. He cooked him. Absolutely cooked him. It was spectacular, that game. Mainoo, obviously. Garnacho, the other kid, scoring the first goal, obviously was a Guardiola mistake. I'm not going to say Garnacho scored some wonder goal, but it was a good effort. And overall, I think he had a good game going up against a Guardiola. He was kind of the only outlet, especially in the second half. Marcus Rashford, I was calling for him to start the whole week, and Ten Hag repaid me with that. And I thought Marcus Rashford, in my opinion, had his best game this season. He hasn't had the best of seasons. I'll be the first to admit that, but we all know how much that game meant to him. We saw the tears after the game and stuff like that, and he saved his best performance for the most important game of the season. That switch for the second goal was an absolute beauty. That was beautiful, beautiful pass, and he showed up. And Bruno Fernandes, I've called him a shit captain before. I've criticized him. But that performance on Saturday, if Kobbie Mainoo wasn't man of the match, I thought Bruno Fernandes deserved to be man of the match. He was absolutely sensational. That was a captain's performance. And that Friday, the day before the game, he dropped an interview in the Players Tribune, and he asked fans, believe in us, and we'll bring home the trophy. And that's exactly what he did. That was a captain legend performance right there. And, hey, man, he has my eternal respect. Because one thing I always ask from a United player, especially from a United captain, is to make us believe and show that same gratitude to us the way that we do to him. And he absolutely did that. That was an absolute amazing performance. He's injured. He has a broken hand. He rested for the first time in like 5 years at United. He missed 2 games. The guy has lived through hell at United, and he showed up, man. And that was an absolute, that pass for the second goal. He even tricked the cameraman. The cameraman didn't even know he was passing it. It was a special, special pass. The defense, Dalo, Wan-Bissaka, just the whole team was good, man. Onana, we'll forget about that goal you conceded because otherwise he had an overall good game, and he was spectacular. As for Manchester City, part of me thought that they were still drunk. They just looked so bad. From up top with Erling Haaland. What was that? 10 games now, semifinals and finals. He hasn't scored a goal in. I know he's a great finisher. He's a world-class finisher, probably the best finisher in the world. But I'm sorry, you can't be getting best player in the world claims, Ballon d'Or claims, if you don't show up on the biggest stages. Bro, this is the club that you're meant to hate the most, right? The guy, Roy Keane, ended your dad's career, all that kind of stuff. So when he plays Manchester United, you always tell that he has that little extra hunger. Well, maybe you need a little bit extra hunger on Saturday because, like I said, he got locked up, man. You couldn't sniff it. Kevin De Bruyne. I read a funny stat, by the way. Kevin De Bruyne has played in 6 semifinals and finals at Wembley for Manchester City. He has not lasted over the 70th minute in 5 of them. He has gotten hooked before the 70th minute in 5 out of 6 appearances at Wembley in semifinals and finals. And the only game that he has contributed a goal in was the final against Watford in 2018-19. Otherwise, he has not contributed a goal or assist. I know it makes me think about.
Could never be Gerrard. Could never be a Lampard.
Well, it couldn't even be Gundogan. Maybe we also talk about Kevin De Bruyne being the best midfielder in Manchester City. Maybe what Hamza was right about one thing. Maybe it was just
Gundogan scored more goals at Wembley. He did.
Of course, bro. Maybe Gundogan was the most important of them all, man. Maybe Hamza was right about that. He's wrong about 99% of the things that he says that come out of his mouth. But maybe the Gundogan one. You know, what's it called? A broken clock is right once a day. Is that the saying? Yeah, maybe that's Hamza, man. Rodri got cooked. Best DM, Ballon d'Or, best. What Hamza would say better than Busquets, bro. I promise you, put Michael Carrick in that Manchester City team, he'll look just as good. I'm not even joking about that. I'm sure Usmaan will agree with me on that. Kovacic is shit. That's just simple. Phil Foden, player of the year, which I thought he did deserve. I thought Phil Foden was arguably the player of the year in the Premier League. But with that award comes expectations. And he failed to meet expectations because he got absolutely bullied. And it wasn't even the bully part, it was the touch. Bro, this guy's meant to be the best on the half turn that we've seen. Every time he got the ball in the box, that touch was loose, man. It was looking like Erling Haaland. Maybe he wore one of Haaland's boots that day. Maybe that's what happened. He was abysmal. John Stones, the Barnsley Beckenbauer, they call him. Absolutely cooked. That's 2 times at Wembley now. Obviously, against Chelsea in the semifinal, which Chelsea should have won that match. John Stones was getting cooked right back and forth by what's his name, Nicholas Jackson.
Should have won that game. They were much
and Saturday, John Stones again, bro. Hamza, I want you to cook Pep, man, because I think a lot of your fans are unhappy with his center back selections. Akanji should have started that game because John Stones was not looking good. Ake was not looking good. Kyle Walker, he had a couple good recovery pace against Marcus Rashford, but otherwise he was switched off a lot of the times. Even though he was your best attacking threat, to be fair, he had like a couple of your only shots on target. But for me, City were abysmal. I think Pep should be getting. You should be looking at Pep in terms of City being poor. But at the end of the day, United were the better team. City overlooked us, and that's why the whole week I was saying United were going to win. Check the taste, man. Go all over YouTube. I said 2-1 United win the whole week. I thought we had something, and one thing you learn about football, watching it over the years, is when a team is completely counted out in a cup final, especially if it's a derby final, the underdog will most likely win because we had more hunger in that game. We wanted it more. City, obviously, they just won the league and stuff like that. The 4P, maybe they switched off for a day. Even you could tell the way they put up to the game, man. We put up in suits. We had the aura with us. They put up in some random T-shirt. Bro, I wanted them more, man.
White blue jeans as well.
Yeah, man. They didn't get it. Man. Pep was the only one that had the memo pulling up in the suit. And even Pep in the suit looked weird. So it was the whole thing, man. We just look better, man. And at the end of the day...
Yo, listen, Grigs. Just a reminder that Haaland's dad got bullied on the tram on the way home.
Yeah, but
not only did his son get bullied by 5'7" you, so his son got bullied by 5'7" you at Wembley in front of the world. Then his son said to his dad, "Go home on the train." Only to get bullied.
I swear got paid 20 M's in Asian. Yo, I swear he got paid in 20 M's in commission fees, man. You tell me he can't afford a little limousine back?
Absolutely violated.
Oh, that club, absolutely cooked, man. And it just felt so good to see that club give us a guard of honor at Wembley. It felt so good, man, just to see them looking.
Listen, the humbling was needed because the funny thing about you, Hamza, is right, and I'm sure everyone on the panel would agree. And this kind of relates to a lot of Man City fans. You're so desperate to be relevant that you're constantly taking digs at Liverpool legends, Chelsea legends. You're probably gonna chat shit and say, "Oh, KDB's Belgium's best player," when Hazard's carried him for about 10 fucking years. You chat shit about Arsenal, you chat shit about Man United. The truth of the matter is no one gives a shit about you. Stop mentioning Fergie, stop mentioning Wenger, Jose, or Gerrard. No one gives a shit. Stop trying to get this rivalry. You've just been here for 2 minutes, bro. No one's got a rivalry with you. That so much so that United fans are basically sporting you against Liverpool for about 3 seasons up until this season. I mean, the truth of the matter is no one actually cares that you literally won the league, as Greg said, and it hasn't been mentioned once. I mean, Man United have won the FA Cup. Okay, granted, it'd be absolutely shocking, but we somehow scraped the FA Cup, and it's literally everywhere. I mean, you don't make news. No one cares. But one thing I do want to talk about, I'm sure everyone want to discuss it, is let's talk about KDB, that fucking fraud. Absolute fraud. He got hooked on the 59th minute when his team needed him, just like when Belgium needed him. The guy went hiding. He's an absolute joke. The only time he turns up is when everything's in his favor. You know, everything's going well for City, or they've paid a referee to get a dodgy penalty once again. I mean, we should have had a penalty. It hasn't even mentioned Rodri, that absolute twat, basically fouls everybody and gets away with it week in, week out. But unfortunately for you lot, the paycheck bounced in the final. So for me personally, KDB actually had to do something for the change. And, the referee couldn't bail him out. I mean, him and Haaland were an absolute joke. I mean, I've seen Hamza chat shit about Manchester United players, Manes, Varandas. They literally showed you what 2 centre-backs are. You all think you're gangsters until a real gangster turns up. And Haaland is a little bitch. And he's been a bitch the entire season. He scores tap-ins and he scores against shit teams and he thinks he's a somebody. Bro, he gets about 50 chances a game. Obviously, he's going to score 2. I mean, I swear Jackson's got like 15 goals this season. I mean, if you get enough chances, you flipping end up scoring eventually. I mean, look, Haaland's an absolute waste, man. He's going to be absolutely shit next season when KDB is not holding his hand. And to be honest, KDB is just a fucking cross merchant. I mean, let's keep it real. Obviously, his passing's unbelievable when he wants to turn up. But the truth of the matter is, I'd be half decent if I made about 70 fucking through balls and one eventually went through. So yeah, got hooked again. Foden, absolute fraud. Man thinks he's a gunman. You chill out, stay in your lane. Fucking Guardiola, one absolute
That
waste,
Michael
man.
Jackson meme, you know. Put the gun down, man. Put the gun down. Just put the gun
Listen,
down.
the
It's
entire
the clip
team,
is
they
empty.
turned up,
The clip is
they
empty.
turned up in those wank jeans and they thought they're gonna do us. Listen, just like Manchester, Liverpool, and sorry, Lewis, and London, all the cities are red. Just know that for a fact. All those cities are red. They're never going to be blue. I don't give a shit what Everton do. It's never going to be blue. With all due respect to Chelsea, I know they won the USL, but London's always going to be red. And of course, I don't give a shit how many league titles you win. No one will ever care about you. Manchester will always be red. So Hamza, just understand this humbling, not just for now, but for eternity. You ain't ever going to touch the top teams because you're fucking irrelevant. Pay the refs all you want. No one gives a shit about your 4 league titles. And I can't wait for you to be sat on this panel in League One when those 150 cases come through. And we'll see if you put your Arsenal shit back on. We'll see London forever. We'll see Hamza. We'll see you in the clockhead singing London forever. We'll be there, Hamza. Don't you worry. We all know you're Arsenal fan. And the chat will know as well. You know, give it a couple of seasons when they get exposed. But yeah, we let the other people go in. And obviously, KDB is an absolute fraud. But I let the other people land on that guy.
One last thing before Lewis and Egal chip in and stuff like that, Hamza.
Yes.
I told because I don't know if we're gonna talk about the
actually promised he wants to cook City, so this is a first in 40 episodes. So I want
even your own blue blood is turning on you, man. You're getting heel turned by anyone. Pep, by the way, Pep Guardiola, the news broke yesterday, Hamza. I told you this many times. Enjoy the Pep days while you can. This is from me and Usmaan have personal experience. We lost a legendary manager once, and the dark days come after that. Enjoy the Pep days because once Pep is gone,
to get Frank Lampard, that Man City legend.
Wait, when Pep is gone, you will suffer. And also, thoughts on your captain and Phil Foden liking my players' tweets celebrating the cup final? Are we gonna talk about that? Because Kyle Walker was liking posts all the time on Instagram Saturday night. Phil Foden too. That was seen play with the trophy. This is your Manchester City captain, by the way. This is El Capitan of Manchester City. That's who represents your football club. The captain represents your football club. My captain dropped the player tribune and put a man of the match performance. Your captain, let's just say he was trying to pick fights with my players, try to waste delayed time and stop and not have the ref extend the game.
That was actually so weird, Grigs. You know why? Before I let Lewis go, you know why that's so weird? City are the ones that do the most dark arts in the whole league, and now they're upset.
Absolutely, they're dirty.
Especially Rodri, they're
dirty team, bro.
Yeah, Rodri is the definition of dark arts. Like Fernandinho used to do it. The tactical
He's just a
fouls.
fucking
Mourinho
cheater.
said
The
it
dark
like
arts
6
is a
years
cheater,
ago,
man.
bro. Anyway, Lewis.
The last thing, because Hamza's got this what tradition where, you know, Man City win games when he's pretending to be a Man City fan and not an Arsenal fan, and then he'll tweet some bullshit about his neighbor giving him food. So that food you're eating is courtesy of Manchester United, the real champions of Manchester. So fucking hold your shit meal. Your neighbor said he's a meal because the red side of Manchester is back where it belongs. So hold that, enjoy your shit food because you are absolutely irrelevant. Keep eating, man. Keep eating.
Bro, the food is catered by Carrington, man. It's a special institution. It's the biggest institution in Manchester.
Oh, be careful.
We got you, Hamza. Your meal's on us, bro. Your meal is on us.
Kobe Meany told me he delivered it himself, bro. Don't worry, man. The best taco, man. Okay, man.
Listen, I'm having pasta from Enzo Maresca. Yeah, from Italy.
Don't worry about Enzo Maresca. Don't worry about Enzo Maresca.
Don't worry about Enzo. That's a different segment. Don't worry. We're going to talk about him. Lewis, go ahead. Talk to me, brother.
But first off, I already like that Hamza's cussing an ex-City person because the last time he did that, Cole Palmer basically won Young Player of the Year. So I'm ready for you to go 0 for 2. First off, I want to say we already know what Hamza's going to say. He's going to downplay the FA Cup and he's going to act like it means absolutely nothing to him. So first thing I want to do is shout out Abdi Has and to shout out Warrior because they both sent me this. If you could just bring this up.
We have evidence.
So this was Hamza before the semi-final.
Minutes. Listen, why don't you just guys give it to us this FA Cup because you're rebuilding anyway, so this season doesn't matter.
So we need this FA Cup. What do you need this trophy?
We
for?
need this
you
FA
got
Cup.
a whole league to go after.
I'm
go
not getting
4 in a row. What do you need an FA Cup for?
No, we need an FA Cup. One is not enough for me.
You have the Club World Cup.
Nah, Club World Cup. No, I don't. I'm used to multiple trophy. If we're parading one,
you have a Club World Cup.
Nah, I need
the first time you've ever got that.
Nah.
And you're talking to me about FA Cup. You don't need that. Leave that to us. Like, we're starving. We're malnourished.
So you guys want this FA Cup desperately?
So forget all of that. There was something they say is that I'm used to multiple trophies. And I think that's kind of what cost them in this, especially with the way that they handled the build-up. I saw a lot of pictures. I saw a lot of news articles the day after they won the league title, and these men went on the piss until 5 a.m. 5 a.m. plus, which, I mean, obviously celebrate. You lot won the title 4 in a row and all of that. But as the players going into an FA Cup final, did you really try to underestimate them to that level? Like, I learned a hard lesson as well, not to write off games like that. But I'm a fan. I'm allowed to be naive. Guardiola, the team, Grealish on the piss again, Haaland on the piss again, probably was still hungover when he got to Wembley. Kevin De Bruyne, this guy, like, there was something else I wanted to bring up as well, because we all agree when it comes to the Premier League, he's one of the best midfielders this league's ever seen. But there's a level. There is a level. Modric, Xavi, Iniesta, and Zidane.
What a performance by Kevin.
Wow.
I keep telling you, he will retire as the greatest midfielder the Premier League has seen. I've been saying it for 2 years. He sits on the same table with Xavi, Iniesta.
Oh, sure.
Neither does Gerrard. Gerrard has never won a Premier League title. Scholes never inspired his team winning major league titles in a single game, multiple games. De Bruyne has done that.
I can't believe man's got me here doing Gerrard proper. You know what Gerrard has done? He has inspired an FA Cup final victory.
You can't lace Gerrard's boots.
De Bruyne hasn't done that. De Bruyne got hooked again. Like, we're not going to pretend he inspired a 6-0 win against Watford. That's first and foremost. We're not going to do that. That was a 6-0 win. I think Sterling even got a hat-trick in that game. De Bruyne in finals is a disgrace. De Bruyne in semi-finals isn't even that great. But in a final, he is either limping off or he's just dropping straight 4 out of 10s. Straight 4 out of 10s. And I could easily talk about everybody else because everybody else was absolute garbage. Haaland did his same old disappearing act. Your defense fell asleep and your midfield couldn't handle Bruno and Mino. But I remember you spent all season, like, when it comes to Chelsea, being with the potential to talk about every other area of the squad, the manager, but no, you just speak about Enzo. So I'm just only going to talk about De Bruyne. I'm going to talk about how De Bruyne got dominated by Mino and Bruno. A guy of his stature, a guy that you honestly need to be just keeping in the squad role for next season. Manchester City really need to move on from him and use him just as depth, because like he would be good for you in that sort of role. But starting week in and week out, nah. Sitting on the same level as Xavi, Modric, Iniesta.
I've never seen any of them subbed off in a final, to be fair.
These men are getting talked about in nearly every single final they're in. Meanwhile, De Bruyne is just living off flat track bullying in the Premier League. And fair play to him, because when I say flat track bullying, I mean the league as a whole. We are all scrubbed compared to Man City in the last 5 years. But when it comes to the big occasion, and is napping, straight napping. Shout out to Doku, the only one that turned up. Everybody else was a pile of garbage. Came in hungover. It reminded me a lot of when we faced Arsenal in the FA Cup final in 2017. Exact same vibe, exact same hungover mentality from Chelsea, and we got bopped off the park. Same thing with you guys. You're lucky it only ended 2-1. Fair play to Ten Hag. He has had an absolutely awful season, and you guys should still get rid of him. But man proved he's a winner. He proved he's a winner. When it comes down to any one game, he can get you a result. When you've got your backs against the wall and you're facing a team that's better against you, he can come up with a strategy. So fair play to him for that. I'm not going to be shameless and say, oh, you should keep Ten Hag and all of that crap. No, get rid of the terrorist. Same way we did. You need to do that. But you did well in that game. Fair play to you guys. I'm annoyed that I'm in the Conference League, but it's not your fault. It's our fault. We've been shit for 80% of the season. We don't even deserve Conference League. So it is what it is when it comes down to that. Like, all that does for me is guarantee a trophy next season, because I dare you get knocked out of the Conference League. I fucking dare you. But yeah, much the better team. City underestimated United way too much. Deserved to lose. And yeah, hold that. Hold that.
I'm going to let Egal go because I don't want to cook City. I already cooked them last Saturday. If Hamza asks me once, I will interrupt directly. So I'm not gonna cook City. You get me? I'm too sick to do that shit. I done it already Saturday. Egal, the floor is yours. Go ahead, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, Hamza went to the final. Usually when he's recording himself, he's usually recording himself celebrating, or he's recording fans saying what's going on, what are you guys crying for, all these other things, cooking Manchester United 24/7. This time roles are reversed. Hamza, simply put, we need you to explain to us, where was Kevin De Bruyne? Where was Erling Haaland? And more importantly, do they call him Stockport Messi? Am I wrong? Guys, is that what they call him? Do they call him Stockport Messi?
Lad.
Stockport
Stockport
Iniesta.
Iniesta is what they say.
Yeah, Stockport
Stockport
Iniesta.
Iniesta couldn't even
Hamza
handle
wouldn't know that
smoke.
he's from London, innit? So
He couldn't even handle the smoke from the guy from the real star boy from Stockport. That guy Kobe Mainu cooked him. Your midfield full of world-class players couldn't we cook Erling Haaland. Why are we cooking Erling Haaland? Kevin De Bruyne is on the pitch. He should be cooking. He should be creating numerous chances for him. The player of the season is on the pitch. He should be making numerous chances for him. As much as we're cooking Erling Haaland, guys, bigger picture. Where is creative players? Where is City's creative players? Guys, Ten Hag outclassed Pep Guardiola on that day. Set up well. You got to give Manchester United a little bit of credit. They put 4 men in the midfield. They dropped Rasmus Højlund. They used the end of the season to prepare for this. You had 3 games sample size to see Manchester United's lineup and how they were setting up going into this game. You seen the end. You seen Varane leaving his final game. What does he do? Plays well. You see Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay started the game, by the way. You couldn't. You make fun of this guy 24/7. Scott McTominay. Do you know how much this guy makes fun of Scott McTominay every week? He tells Manchester United fans, "Be grateful, bro. He took that trophy from you. Wallahi, the humbling you took. Oh, and you witnessed it live. The best feeling. Gavardio. The guy was talking about Gavardio the whole season. The way that he was bigging him up at the end of the season. And he has that stinker on the big stage. I dare you not to mention the stinkers that you had today. Gavardio, number 1, you got to mention. Phil Foden, number 2. We still don't know where he is. Did he play, guys? I'm confused. Like, I didn't see him for 90 minutes.
Saka had that performance. Hamza will have a 57-minute monologue.
If the thing is, Foden has that performance, and they're still going to talk about him as Zidane the next day. Then not one person is speaking about his bad performances. Number 2, we're sitting here talking about Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne. I thought this was Foden's team. I thought this was Foden's year. I thought it was Foden that was carrying City and getting them over the line. Where was that? Where was it? When you needed him in the final to get you guys something, where was it? Yes, he got an assist, but are we really counting that fluke goal that basically the Manchester United goalkeeper gifted you guys something? And also after that, you always make fun of Manchester United's defense. You always make fun of Manchester United as this team that's easy to get at. Why were you struggling so much to get at them? Why is Manchester City their player of the year, world-class Erling Haaland, world-class Kevin De Bruyne, world-class Phil Foden, can't even go at Manchester United? You can't make fun of Onana again. You can't make fun of Manchester United for the rest of this summer. You can't. You simply can't. You had an opportunity to win a league double. Didn't do it. You had an opportunity to make sure Chelsea secure Europa League. You couldn't do it. You had a chance to keep Newcastle in Europe. You couldn't do it. You also had a chance to end Ten Hag's era with a defeat. You couldn't do it. You gave these guys everything they wanted. And you know something? To make it all worse, your trophy parade was an absolute embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment. Your fan base has seen so much winning, and they've been so spoiled. They became ungrateful. They became like, oh, it's raining, we're not gonna show up. You know what? I swear I've seen more people at Somali Independence Day events in the park than I've seen at the Manchester City parade.
I thought the Malis, man.
I'm genuinely shocked. Like, what were you? Where's your fans? Where's the local fans? Hamza, you didn't even go. You yourself, you would have went last year. Domestic double. If you won the double, you would have went. Oh my God! Look at this! Look at this!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
What
That
is
is
that?
one of the-
Kyle Walker's the only one jumping also. Oh my God!
Hamza,
Lewis,
join in,
since
you know
you're
the
sharing
Twitter, yeah?
screen, can you go to Hamza's Twitter? Why is he tweeting Nicki Minaj, apparently?
Oh yeah. Warrior already sent me that. Shout out, Warrior.
Why is he quote tweeting Nicki Minaj?
You're sliding in Nicki Minaj's DMs. Fair play. I don't think you're gonna get
Sorry,
successful.
Nicky, they didn't let you come to the parade. We hold it every year, unlike other Premier League clubs who have Twitter parades. Unlucky, I shared this photo with you for the memories. DM me for more. You really think Nicki Minaj wanted to come attend the city parade, Hamza? Shall we play the Julia Roberts clip where Pep said she didn't
Bro, they don't love him like that, bro. Nicki Minaj tweeted about
what?
Allah, I have
Bro,
some
Nicki
shame.
Minaj
Allah,
tweeted
I
about
have
Manchester
some
after
shame.
United won the FA Cup. She ain't tweet about Manchester City after they won the Premier League. No one cares, man.
Guys,
There's only one club in
Talking about the
Manchester.
concert. She
Guys,
ain't talking about no damn
The
parade, bro.
guy Hamza, he's literally.
She wanted to come Manchester.
Hamza, let me
Yeah,
ask
to
you a
see
question.
United. She ain't trying to see
Hamza,
City, bro.
Hamza,
Don't
let me ask
worry.
you a question.
She's trying to see
Hold
Marcus
that, man.
Rashford, bro.
She's coming
Since
for
you won the
parade.
4P,
Jack
There's
Grealish.
only one
since
thing
you
that's
won the
happened in
4P,
Manchester
since
was
you won the
parade.
4P,
Big up.
since you won the 4P, have you
Tweeted it
heard about
Saturday,
the
bro.
4P?
Give it up.
Since you've won a 4P, I've heard more about Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, and everybody else. Can you admit to the public at this point you're a Mickey Mouse Club? Can you just admit it? Because you win all these trophies, you win all these things, you do it on the pitch, amazing. But at the end of the day, no one cares. Even yourself, you're talking to Nicki Minaj about your parade. You can't even tweet about it without quote tweeting Nicki Minaj. I see you tweeting more about Arsenal than I do you speaking about Manchester United. I seen your club tweet Manchester's blue. They can't even say that. You lost the derby over the weekend. Like the shamelessness is crazy. I'm done, bro. All I have to say is
I want to let. I want to let Hamza respond now. You get me?
You can't speak to Grigs
He's been
again.
getting roasted for the last 47 minutes. None of us done a 26-minute monologue like Hamza does. Guys, are you not entertained in the chat? Are you not entertained? Even Lewis cooked Hamza today. Even Lewis, my blue brother, cooked Hamza today. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Big up to all the mods. Make sure you guys are pushing the likes. Hit the like button, you frauds. 830
I want to
people
set a
in here.
challenge to Hamza. I want to set a
We
challenge
ain't
to
even on
Hamza.
300
Hamza,
likes yet. Go ahead, Grigs.
Hamza, I don't want to hear about
Give him the
anything
challenge.
before 2010. I don't want to hear anything about
That's the
postcode. I
challenge.
don't want to hear anything about Richard Dunn. I don't want to hear anything about anything. Keep it low. Keep it.
You can't say the FA Cup didn't mean anything.
I don't want to
you
hear
because
about Nigel de Jong. I don't want to hear about anyone.
He can't, Griggs.
Talk
The
about
only way he can get relevance.
Saturday. What was it? What was Saturday? May 25th?
Gerrard and Scholes. So
Don't worry about what they
bring
said.
that in.
I never mentioned it. No one mentioned Gerrard.
No.
I'm the only one who didn't say anything, Hamza. If you open your
Usmaan
mouth,
said
I'll
it.
interrupt.
I didn't. I know
No,
he didn't. Lewis,
Leave me alone.
I didn't talk about
say
post
anything.
goals. I didn't talk about post goals.
I'll mention it now. Fucking KDB can't lace Gerrard's boots, man. How about that? He's a fucking.
He's a United
Gerrard is
fan.
10 times a player of him. How
He's a
about
United
that?
fan.
Gerrard is 10 times a player. KDB put that Gerrard in that Man City team. He'd fucking cook, mate. Don't. And that's coming from a United fan. Stop chatting shit. Gerrard is levels above KDB. He's done fuck all for Belgium, and he's in a City team with a system. When he's in Belgium, he needs to carry him. He's looking at Hazard. He's holding his pocket.
What did Gerrard do for England?
He's a United fan.
What did Gerrard do? What did Gerrard do for Liverpool, bro? He did fucking more for Liverpool than that bum KDB's ever done. He's never carried you like that.
Finished with England.
That was finish with
England.
See how Hamza's going at the. Look at
What did Gerrard do with England?
Why are you going at Gerrard?
No. 1 second. You talk about amazing Belgium team. You're talking about, listen, Ashley Cole left back, Rio Ferdinand, a bunch of loser, Sol Campbell in defense with him, partnership.
You've got more titles in your club's history, bro.
At Real Madrid. They had Gary Neville right back. They had David Beckham, Steven Gerrard, Lampard, Paul Scholes, Wayne Rooney, Michael Owen. That is
what has KDB done in the final, and what has Gerrard done in the final? That's the fucking question we're talking about. Real players step up when their teams need them. They don't get hooked up in the 57th minute, mate.
Compared third, KDB with Chadley playing right back
No, he stepped
to a
up for
team that
Belgium.
should have won something. But England,
When
has KDB
that was his team, by the way. That was Hazard's team. That was Hazard's
Tell me
team.
a moment. Tell me one moment.
Fucking Kevin De Bruyne calls my man a World Cup.
You told me that. Tell me one moment that Scholes has ever done for England. One moment. Tell me one moment.
Barcelona.
We don't care about it.
No, for England.
We care about that 10 Premier League titles.
Against
Don't
Brazil.
worry.
He came third.
1 second,
with
1
Belgium.
second.
Tell me
Hamza.
one
Scored against the shittest Barca team in history, bro. Relax.
Do you really want to go down this route? Do you really
You
want to
played
go down
against
this
the
route?
worst Barcelona team in history.
No,
Second.
go down the
Tell me-
road.
Guys, there's a Euros coming up. There's a Euros coming up. Receipt.
Now let's
is
break.
going
No,
in the
1
book.
second. 1 second.
What is Phil Foden
KDB
going to
came
do?
third in the World Cup. Yeah. Tell me that England team.
Yeah, because of Hazard.
Is that not a dream team? Because Rio Ferdinand apparently won the best centre back of all time. John Terry won the great centre back of all time. Sol Campbell won the best left back of all time. Apparently, Ashley Cole apparently won the greatest midfielder. Steven Gerrard and Paul Scholes and
To
Frank
be
Lampard
fair, the
and
level of
David Beckham.
international football
And
was
guess
actually
what?
good
And
back
Wayne
then.
Rooney and Michael Owen, why did they bottle it in the round of 16?
Ashley
Why
Cole
did they
was
used to
good even
bottle
for
it?
England.
Why did Gerrard do for England? Tell me. One moment.
There you are, Hamza. Shall I play?
Then
What's that got to do-
there's another
what?
one. He was
Did
a
I not tell you
bottler.
leave me alone?
It was
Did I
the
not tell you
biggest
leave me alone?
bottle job. They
You
used to
want
get
one
looked at the
moment?
ice
Are we
stand.
really using
One
international
moment,
football
the
as something to back De
Iceland.
Bruyne with?
Don't
Are we
ever,
sure
Yeah.
about this?
ever bring
He's
international.
fighting for De
The
Bruyne in
worst thing
Belgium.
he
It's
did,
so weird.
Lampard, another one.
No,
So,
I had to
Gerrard
watch the
and
Steven
Foden
Gerrard
did.
game last
Tell
night
me
because I
what
was doing an
Lampard did
article
for his country.
that had to do with like
Louis,
Olympiacos.
tell me
I'm
what
not gonna lie,
Lampard did for his country.
that was a
Oh,
special
Lampard,
moment.
What-
Lampard didn't do
Final.
nothing, but neither did De
Exactly.
Bruyne.
So 1 second.
Okay, but
De
what
Bruyne
about De
came third.
Bruyne?
De Bruyne knocked out Brazil.
No.
De
Hazard
Bruyne
was
knocked
man
out
of the match in that
De
game.
Bruyne knocked out Brazil and he won the match, and he came third. Belgium did not deserve to come third, and they lost to the winners of the World
Yeah,
Cup.
because who
They
didn't
won.
turn up against
And
France?
listen, so we
Who
have
didn't
seen
turn
that
up against France?
3 frauds of international frauds: Scholes, Gerrard, and they never even had a
No,
moment.
you can't count
Yeah,
Scholes as a
right.
The
fraud
fact
because
that you take De Bruyne out of that is
No, 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 no.
disgrace.
Scholes retired
Paul
at
Scholes
the age
never
of
played
28.
actual position for England.
Scholes retired
no,
at the
no,
age
no,
of
no, no, no.
28.
You're
Why did
lucky
he
I
retire
can't
at
play
the
fail comps on
age
here.
of 28?
Guys,
Why
I just
did
want to show you
Scholes
guys
retire?
something quickly.
One
Everyone
second,
look
I
at the
caught
screen,
them.
please.
This is a
Let's
fact.
just do quick
My guy
exercise.
retired in 28 for his country. For his country.
Everyone, can
Gerrard
everyone
did
see
a-
the screen? Everyone look at the
Yeah,
screen. See? That's all I have to do. I don't even have to write FA Cup.
Okay,
plus
1
6.
second. Doing
Let me
against
do
West Ham.
let me do the reverse now. Kevin De Bruyne final.
Yeah, keep scrolling.
Okay, 1
Shout
second.
out YouTube,
1
man.
second.
Thank you, bro.
1 second.
Keep scrolling. There's got to be something.
The one thing you will never do. Yeah? Steven, no, you're laughing at me. Steven Gerrard.
Look at Bruno, man.
What is
So
this?
Oh
Steven
my
Gerrard.
What is
God.
this? Oh, the one where he got punched up.
Look, this forcing Scholes
Keep
retired
scrolling,
at the
keep
age
scrolling.
of 28. Lampard did not do
This is
shit.
bad.
Gerrard
This is
used to
bad.
do a pass back for Henry twice, bottled in the last minute.
Yeah,
final.
scouts
Wallahi,
with
I saw
English.
him.
That's an
I
assist.
saw- And then he fell. He slipped on the last, bro, the most important moment to give Liverpool a
See
Premier
how he's talking
League.
about Gerrard?
You
That's so funny.
slipped in Anfield. And
That's so
people
weird.
made a story
so
and the
weird.
song after you. They called you Sleepy G. They called you Sleepy G. They called him.
Lost the ball
How does he
27
have
times
the
against
most
Morocco.
and second most
Then he fight.
dispossessions in
Then-
a
listen,
World Cup
He
game?
then tried to and console Suarez to cry.
Lewis, he
Wallahi,
says
I
KDB is
said,
better than
what a
Hazard for
shameful guy. You will
Yeah,
never
that's
be top in the World
disgraceful.
Cup.
Ask any
You will
Belgian
hold it
fan.
against
It's Eden
Suarez.
Hazard.
Hamza, do you really think
Never
KDB
ever.
was
Hazard,
Don't ever
100%.
bring my guy.
Bro, Hazard's
Don't
Belgium
You
is
think
best for
KDB
me.
was
Don't
better than
ever-
Hazard,
Hazard?
Lukaku, and then fucking
He
then
made
maybe that, bro.
Hussam, never forget. Crying at Sellers Park. You're not a great player. You're not. You are crying. Bro, remontada. Crystal Palace.
De Bruyne was crying in Porto.
Bro,
Sam,
Sam, you told us not to mention you. What is
Never
he
forget
doing?
my guy.
Yeah,
De
you
Bruyne
see how
cried in Porto.
I didn't even pick him. He's the one who's atting me for no reason. Hamza's a snake.
I've done
Bro,
it.
empty the
I've
clip.
done it, Hamza.
Empty the clip.
He won me the Champions
I've
League.
already emptied it 2 days ago.
Who won in
One
the
second.
Champions League?
And the last thing,
The
let me
problem
just
is
say,
it's
the
my
last
biggest
thing,
rivalry.
don't ever bring Paul Scholes in the Champions League. He missed the 99. He wore a suit. My guy turned up like a suit like this, picking up a medal. I thought, you loser. You didn't
Hamza,
even
you
do
were
it.
literally an Arsenal
Okay,
fan
and
then,
Kevin
bro.
De
You
Bruyne
can't-
hasn't completed
You
a
got
90
subbed.
minute in either
You
Champions League
got
final he
subbed
played.
against 10 men. Chelsea,
Sam.
you got subbed against 10 men. Chelsea, oh my days. I thought, why you getting subbed these 10 men, boy? Chelsea had 10 men. You get subbed. That's the difference.
Lewis is emptying the
That's
clip
the
on Hamza
difference.
today, Lewis.
Never forget it. Roy Keane.
You should have won.
Never played the Champions League final. Roy Keane never played the Champions League final. Patrick Vieira never played the Champions League final.
Neither did
Don't
Haaland's
bring those
dad.
End of story. Yeah, so I've
That's why,
cooked
but
those
Roy
guys.
Keane,
Never
Roy
bring
Keane
those
also
guys.
had one of the most
Never
legendary
bring those guys.
semifinal performances,
Man,
which is still talked about to this day. And no one talk about no
Juventus
KDB
away.
performance in the
Even I
Champions
know it.
League. No one's
Clark
talking
Hamza's
about Kevin De
disappeared
Bruyne.
like
Champions
Haaland.
League.
Talking midfielders for not playing
Yo,
UCL finals.
you know when they
I
talk
swear
about
to
Kevin De Bruyne in
God.
Champions League, you know what they talk about? Shakhtar Donetsk at home in the group stages. That's all they talk about, man. They don't talk about anything else. They talk about
I'll be
Silva
honest with
and
you,
Shakhtar.
Silva hasn't played the
on
Champions
a
League
real,
final.
it's not
He's
even a
not had
banter
one
thing.
good performance in
All
the
these
final or
players
a
that
semi-final.
all these players that Hamza's adding,
Once
none
again,
of them get
once
Got
again,
knocked out by Spurs, mate.
I've cooked,
In the Champions
I've
League.
cooked them. I've cooked them. Don't ever bring Scholes. Don't ever bring Scholes. Champions League final. Yo, you never played in '99, you fool. Jordi Cruyff and Jesper Blomqvist were playing. Where were
He
you
was
in the final?
suspended.
You scored?
He was suspended.
Why did you get substituted against 10 men? 10 men. We remember Griggs. You try and say, oh, he never
KDB just got hulked against the
Your man
shittest
got
Man United team in
substituted.
history, bro. What are you on about?
So did KDB.
Yeah,
Did
and
KDB
Char-
ever completed 90 minutes in the
See,
Champions League
we're
final?
all gone quiet. Now let me talk about the game. Now I've shamed you up. I have
Oh, yeah.
shamed your midfielder up. You're all quiet. Now let's go. Game. Yeah.
Their medals
I'll
talk
put
for
my hand
themselves.
up.
It's okay.
We're quiet
I'll
because
put
we're
my
letting
hand
you talk.
I put my hand up. I lost the final. Congratulations to Manchester United. I have to say that. You have to agree. You have to congratulate a team. You'll be a loser not to congratulate a team. Congratulations, Manchester United. Did they deserve it? They deserved it. Why? My players should have turned up in that final. They took it lightly and they got beaten. You know what? Does it hurt?
Bro, Lewis, what are you
hurts.
doing, man?
It hurts because it's
Oh,
Manchester
Abdi
United.
has sent this to me. He just asked me to bring this up.
No, Lewis is emptying the clip today. I love this.
Abdi,
listen,
W Abdi in the chat.
I've cooked the midfielders. You see, I've cooked them. Steven Gerrard, you couldn't even
You haven't
come
cooked
back.
them.
No,
Yeah,
let's
shit,
not
bro.
go back. Because I remember Steven Gerrard another moment. Wallahi, pass back against Drogba.
But
Big
it's
chance.
Lewis
You
who's
said you're
sharing
going to talk about the game. Now you talk
I've
about
got
Gerrard.
clips. Wallahi, I've got videos.
Yeah, Lewis
Wallahi, I've
shared
got
the
videos.
picture. Why are you talking about Gerrard?
Don't
I don't know.
ever
You said you're going to talk about the game.
One second.
You can't talk about Lampard. He played for Manchester City. He's not
Steven
about
Gerrard
Lampard.
has less
That's
Premier
it.
League.
That's the next manager, Grigs.
Steven
Don't
Gerrard,
talk about Kante. He won a man of the match on his head in Porto.
Matthias Nunes and Oscar Bob have more Premier League than Steven Gerrard. Oscar Bob.
No problem.
Oscar
That's
Bob
fine.
has more. How can you
Gotta
tell
show you
me
visual
the greatest-
representation of Hamza
Bro,
right now. This
I
is
have
Hamza right
standards.
now.
Wait. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Wait.
Fuck, you
This
know.
Hamza right now. He's drowning.
Yeah.
Hamza,
You
who
see?
gives a fuck about Gerrard? He's a bit fuck man.
That's
Talk
why you
about
shouldn't
the
act
game.
the greatest midfielder. That's a joke, bro.
Talk about the game.
You're a
Talk about the
failure
game.
international level. You couldn't do it for your
Talk about
country.
the game.
You made
Okay.
Scholes retire at
Lewis
the
is
age of
showing the
28.
picture. Why don't you talk about Lampard then?
Okay, let's go. Lampard, bro. Lampard's my legend as well, man. I can't.
There you
count
are.
for him.
There you are. You're legend.
Listen,
He went to
let
City
me
on
count
loan
for
for 6
Lampard,
months. He's a City legend. This is bad.
Lampard got cheated, or that goal with the 4-1. Because if that goes in against Germany, England wins that. Yeah.
Well, I
They
just
got
remember
cheated.
Paul Scholes
Lampard hit
retiring,
that.
coming back out of
Yeah.
retirement, and dunking
And
City
he
at
got
the Etihad
cheated.
1-0.
And
That's all I
thank
remember.
God, because
I
of
remember
that.
Let him have his moment. Let him have his moment. He's desperate for relevance.
Nah. He's been chatting shit all year. I'm not gonna let him have his moment, man.
Listen,
Hamza loves to deflect.
City.
Hamza,
City were
okay. We
poor.
get this.
City were
Gerrard's
poor.
crap, Lampard's crap, Scholes'
Okay.
crap. Talk about the game. now.
City were poor, and they should have done better than this because you don't celebrate. But were they confident? Yeah. Everyone takes United lightly. They were thumped by Palace. They thumped by Bournemouth. I was the only one that said, in a final, respect your opponents. I don't come here predict. I don't predict. Do you know why? Because I got it wrong. I said I refuse. It's a final. So the problem is they went out partying. That's a mistake. How did we set up? We set up poor. Yeah, Akanji to be dropped was a big blow because Akanji has been our best centre back. So Pep Guardiola, did he make a mistake? Yeah, he's human. He made a mistake and he admitted to it. The second thing he made a mistake was we needed wingers. These guys dropped back and they were not there to play football. And they got two lucky goals, we can say. One was Vardio, and I give Vardio that credit. You know what? The problem, I blame Ortega for that. Ortega doesn't need to come out. That header was being headed, but it's 85,000. It was rocking. If you're in that Wembley, it was mad. It was intense. So he passed back, and Nacho scored 1-0. I'm shocked. How am I 1-0 down against these frauds? They're a shit team. They're a useless team. I don't respect. It's a privilege for them to play me in the final. They were there on technicality against Coventry. I don't know how they made it. I'm thinking, come back. 2-0. I'm thinking, yo, now we got hill to climb. I said, Pep, you need wingers. Everyone's been played in midfield. Rodri was there. Kovacic in midfield. KDB central. Bernardo's coming central. Foden was coming central. You need wingers. This is why I said this season, beginning of season, this is City's weakest team. I'll prove right. Me and Martin have fought. Me and the Man City fan, Martin, big up Martin. I said it's the weakest. I'm always right. I said it's the weakest. I don't care. They said, no, you go good. I said, Vardy, I'm happy. But I did not eat good this summer. And that's what it's shown up. Because I got a treble. I downgraded. Yeah. Fair enough. Egal's a bottle job. To win against Egal is not an achievement, man. He's a bottle job, man. He hasn't won anything in 20 years. He's a fraud, man. He's a fraud. He's a small club, man.
You guys heard that? The
Small
4P
club,
is
man.
not an
Don't
achievement.
worry about it. To me, I don't
You heard
respect
that, right?
winning
Did we all
against
hear
these
that?
guys.
The
One second.
4P is
Winning
not an
against these
achievement.
guys is nothing. They're nobodies, bro. They're nobodies. I broke record. Fair enough. Don't congratulate me. Winning the league 4, I did absolutely an amazing job to win 4 because I dunked on Fergie. Fergie was hurt. I could see his eyes, man. I said, Fergie, you aged by 20 years from last year. I said, yo, there's only one reason. The treble. 4P's hit hard. 4P, he went to bed. He woke up. Yo, he looks different. Yeah? Fergie looked different from last year. I thought, yo, you can't look this bad. It's stress. We're making people stressful. So the only thing people say, 115 charges, no one cares about a parade. No. But it doesn't mean anything. I still take the cup home. Yeah? I don't care about the views. I don't care about the Twitter Ballon d'Ors. Liverpool cares about the Twitter Ballon d'Ors. That's what you want to be given. The Twitter Ballon d'Or goes to Darwin Núñez. You want to collect it? I'll host it. So that's what you care about, views, about how many people like, because you're a desperate club. You've never seen major trophy match. 30 years been starving. If I give you a Carabao Cup, you're planning to parade it. You're planning to even do a documentary after all my days. They're doing a documentary on Carabao Cups. I'm waiting for that documentary to come out. Everyone's waiting for that documentary to come out because, well, I want to see how did you hit that?
Laughing, literally.
1 second, 100%.
What's this has to do with the game? Can I just talk about the game?
No, I'm telling you now, that's what you're cussing. No one cared. You said about the parade. Fair enough, the parade, whatever, you can mock it, yeah? I can play here. That let me show 1 second. Let me just show and let me show this, yeah? What a shame, huh? 1 second. You cannot cast this club, yeah? You can't cast this club. I want you to zoom in. I want you to show this club, yeah? I want to show you. Okay, zoom in.
Show
zoom
it, what?
Zoom in. Just zoom in. Zoom in.
Can't even see what the fuck
Zoom in to me. Okay, that's Real Madrid's parade. Why is Wally there? Why is Wally being used in Real Madrid parade?
Who?
Why is Wally there? Why is Real Madrid using Wally in a parade? We don't do that.
Who?
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself to Real Madrid, man.
You think we're frauds? You think of fraud? We're gonna play that game about parades. I didn't come out there. They paraded the thing. I said, fair enough, use your Wally as parade to make up. You got a number of parade people, yeah. I don't care. They've won something, yeah. But you're always looking for Man City. FA Cup, we were poor. United deserved it. I said from beginning, Ten Hag, I was a bit gentle on him. I said, you know what? I know he's had a tough year. I said to Ten Hag out people, I said, I don't think no one's had many injuries than him. And I was right. Because I took
No, I'm not gonna let him do this. I'm not gonna let him do this. I'm not gonna let him do this.
Hamza
claims and he Hamza takes pride in being right and calling Ten Hag a fraud since day one. We're not gonna allow him to claim that he was right about Ten Hag
when he had his players. And I give him credit for that. Well, let me tell you, we have to give Ten Hag credit for the way he set up, because Man City are the best team in the world at the moment. Until Real Madrid wins the Champions League and the World Cup, Man City are the best team in the world. If not, they're the second best team with Real Madrid. Fact, everyone knows it. For Ten Hag to come there and set up so well and win the FA Cup, and he promised, I will deliver the FA Cup. You have to congratulate the guy because you all laughed at him. You all laughed at him. People now utilize. Some fans wanted Ten Hag to lose and lose his job. But Ten Hag's proved, and he gave an interview and said, yo, this is the first time I've had my players. When's the last time Ten Hag, his starting centre-back is Lisandro and Varane. He's hardly had that. Yeah, when he's had that, and they've just come in, He's showing they can't keep clean sheets against a tough team that scores goals. Ten Hag did a good job. And that's why I come up as a rival and say, Joker side, whatever it is, Ten Hag fans who have propped him up and they told me, yo, this guy has not had his play. I propped them up because today, Ten Hag's taken the trophy and is giving United. He's had a good achievement. Yeah, it's been a tough year. If
He's going to talk about Arsenal in 3-2-1. Go on.
Liverpool, okay, Liverpool. Let me talk about Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool had Van Dijk injured, Konate injured, Matip injured, Trent injured. At one point, Liverpool are not finishing top 5. You're struggling top 4. Aston Villa nearly caught you out. You will not finish if Van Dijk was injured. One Van Dijk, you're in trouble. You're struggling for 5th, 6th last year. Man United struggled. We have to give the credit to Ten Hag the same way we gave excuses to Arteta, the excuses to Klopp. Because
you never give excuses to Arteta.
Because listen, I hate United more than anything. But
you never gave excuses to Arteta. When did you give excuses to Arteta?
I'm leaving my agenda to the side. I'm leaving my agenda to the side. Yeah, because
you leaving agendas. Okay, bro.
100% no, because I'm congratulating, bro. The Ten Hag out have been caught up with their statements now.
How are you leaving your agendas when you're talking about Ten Hag?
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not
Trophy
doing this.
with his full players, and he set up very well. He got tactically, he's smart. Pep, and Pep is one of the best coaches. Madrid couldn't beat us in 90 minutes. Ten Hag beat us. Ten Hag beat us. Ancelotti couldn't beat us. Arsenal couldn't beat us. How Ten Hag beat us? Arsenal did a deflected goal. They scored a fair goal. So did Ten Hag achieve?
Hamza,
give him his flowers.
Hamza, just remind me who you're playing on Saturday, brother. Just remind me who you're playing on Saturday. Sorry.
This Saturday.
Yeah.
Who are you playing on this Saturday? Who you playing?
Who am I playing? I don't know who I'm playing. I finished the season.
Yeah, you're not playing anyone because Real Madrid beat you.
You're not fucking playing anyone. So this Real Madrid didn't beat you, man. Stop chatting shit.
Yeah, but they beat me through penalties.
What, do penalties not count?
90-minute game. Ten Hag beat me in a 90-minute. Liverpool couldn't even beat me.
Stop chatting shit, bro. You ain't close. Listen, you keep trying to compare yourself to these giant clubs to have relevancy. Real Madrid fans don't care about you, bro. Stop trying to latch on to Real Madrid and have this banter with them. They don't care about you.
They did beat
Madrid. And Robinho said it best. Robinho said it best. There's only one club in Manchester, and he joined you shit because they didn't know you.
Okay,
you signed
listen,
so
that's what I'm congratulating you, Usmaan. I'm saying, yo, you've taken the.
Yeah, but you're not on Real Madrid's level, so this little tip for that with Real Madrid is a bit embarrassing.
Not in amount of trophies, but currently, Madrid will pack the bus against me. Ask Madrid fans, they'll pack the bus against me, man. Come toe to toe. Let's go. Let's fight. Let's go. Let me throw the gloves. Let's go.
Well, no, that's not how fighting or football works.
You've got 14 champions for you. You've just about got
that's the difference about me and Madrid. We respect each other. We have mutual respects. I've got the Champions League. I've got the world. And you say people don't care. You know the fact. What? And people didn't care about my 4P. You know what? Do I care about people didn't care? I got the trophy home. You think I'm Arsenal Football Club waiting for 21 years? Yeah? 21 years. Children have been born. 1 second. Children have been born. Some of them have drunk the Nestle drinks. Some had the Weetabix. Grew up eating Nutella and biscuits every day and bread. Then now went to school, finished school, did GCSE, went to college, all that stress. And some of them have just finished uni. I say, bloody hell.
Hamza,
I've done more.
Hamza,
I've achieved more than Arsenal have achieved in bloody my lifetime.
Since you're a historian, Hamza, since you're a historian, answer me a simple question. What was Man City's trophy drought before they got Sheikh Mansour?
We're talking about now. We don't talk about history. We're talking about now.
35 years, right? 35 years, right?
Bro, listen.
35 years.
We're not talking about
35 years. 35 years. You couldn't win a single trophy. We won 4 years ago. 35 years. You couldn't win a single trophy.
We agree we're a small club.
Oh, okay,
but you call yourself a big club.
Respect. Jose Mourinho said respect.
Let me say, Arsenal are taking the biggest L this summer because you're a shameless football club are collecting 0 trophy. You try to flex. Oh my God, Community Shield. Yo, Community Shield is the same thing as my plate. Bro, you got given a plate. It looks a plate like this. a plate. You're lifting it, and you had nothing other than that's not a trophy. That's a plate. Community Charity Shield. It's a charity. You only went there through technicality. You only there through.
Are you trying to rhyme?
Let me play
That
next
was
year,
good.
Hamza. Hamza, be Man United so that I can be in the Community Shield next year because I know I'm about to job. You're
one
not
said
playing
that.
Community Shield, baby. You're not playing Community Shield.
I
man.
don't care.
You are not playing Community Shield again.
I don't care.
Don't walk away there drooling for free trophies every season.
Well, you're gonna
not
probably
playing.
lose to
No,
Manchester
you do.
United in the Community
You
Shield
do.
also.
Bro, because you know what? You've taken an L. Congratulations.
Who's gonna rise like Lewis Hamilton, right?
You lost. I didn't lose.
I hate Man United. Klopp has won a trophy. Ten Hag has won a trophy. I've taken a trophy. You know what you've done? You have taken 0. You are the failure of the season
What
once
is Lewis
again.
getting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Coach
Abdi has asked me to bring this. Oh, Velv did. Velv asked me to bring this up. I said I
Who's
never
this?
seen Lampard, Modric, Gerrard, Scholes get hooked in a title game. That's
Title
obviously
game.
like best
Title
money.
game, West Ham. Was he hooked up in a title game? What kind of bullshit is this? Where's the title game?
No, Hamza.
I don't know. I'll
Hamza,
bring up the screenshot.
keep
No,
the
this
same
is from the
energy.
little. This is from the
Keep
Liverpool
the same
game.
energy you keep.
Oh, it's from the
on-
Liverpool game.
Guys,
Oh.
Bro, he won
Guys,
the
Did
title.
Iniesta
That's
actually
what's
say that?
outstanding, man.
Keep
That's
the
the
same
No,
energy
no,
you
no,
keep.
no.
for
Val
West
Val-
Ham.
Val
Val-
edited that. Culture Camp
Title
said
game
that.
West Ham, man.
Keep the same energy you
And
keep
the
for
top
Yeah,
Henry.
he
was
said
like
it. He said it.
Keep the
Shine,
same
yeah.
energy you keep for Henri. Don't forget, guys. This is the same man who
the
was
last
making
thing,
fun
Sam,
of Dennis
you talk about
Bergkamp,
Kevin De Bruyne. You talked
Henry.
about Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland not scoring the
What
final.
camp of the
Yeah?
week?
No, 1 second. You talked about Haaland
Kevin
not
De
scoring
Bruyne
the
of the
final.
week.
You talked about Haaland not scoring.
Oh, man said Kevin De Bruyne of the week. That's so
No,
disrespectful,
listen, you
Egal.
talked about Haaland not scoring in the final.
Hamza, you're gonna
No,
have
no,
that
no,
from
no,
Egal?
no. I'm talking about KDB.
Thierry Henry.
I'm talking about
finished his
KDB.
career not scoring in
I'm
the
talking
final.
about KDB.
Single final. Do I
Yes,
cast
and
Thierry
I
Henry?
said keep the
I
same
never cast
goddamn
Thierry Henry.
energy.
I don't
Keep
cast
the same
Astro
goddamn
Cast. I don't
energy.
cast Thierry Henry. He's the
Keep,
greatest striker of all
keep
time
the
in the Premier
same
League. Yes, he is.
goddamn energy.
But I've never
You
seen
said
this guy.
earlier throughout this season on this channel, on this show, at certain points, you have mentioned Henri and his cup finals. You've mentioned certain players and their finals. When your players don't show up in a final, you want to deflect to Arsenal. Noise it, bro. You have
No,
some
but I'm saying
self-awareness.
and look at
Henri
your own
never
team. Did it in the final. So if you take a Haaland, you have to drag Henri because Henri finished his career. He's
Bro,
still
you
gonna
already
play more
drag
final.
Henri.
Yeah. So
You
the
already
question-
do that.
1 second.
Don't act like you're holier than thou,
Usmaan,
and you don't do
so
that.
the
You do that on a
problem is-
weekly basis.
I
Listen,
do agree.
your team won a 4P. Your team won a 4P, and your best tweet about your team winning a 4P was making fun of Arsenal. Like your club
Yes,
is
because
irrelevant.
you're a bottle job. I will
No one
make
cares.
fun of a guy that wants
It's not
to
even
take my
funny
trophy.
anymore.
Listen, I know I'm gonna win the 4 trophy. I told you it's easy. I told you it's gonna be easy, and I
No,
won the
you can't,
trophy.
bro.
Yeah. At one point, you're celebrating. Your fan base thought it was 2-2. You're celebrating. Huh? We were dunking on those guys 3-1. You're celebrating in a stadium. You got caught out. I will celebrate. I've done 4. You will never do 4. You've never done.
You just said it was
back-to-back
irrelevant because Arsenal are bottle jobs. The
But
4P
you're a
is
bottle
irrelevant.
job.
You 1 second. You said the 4P is irrelevant. So guess what, guys? It doesn't matter.
We got
It's
four, yeah.
fairy dust. It doesn't mean shit.
See the
Because
fact that
you
he
said-
doesn't reflect
you-
here.
Hamza,
to you,
Hamza, Hamza,
let me ask you a
this is
question.
what you
Have
do.
you failed this
Hamza,
season?
this is
Have you
what
failed this
do.
season? Yes or no?
Hamza, this is what you do. 1 second, you want to belittle
I
your
agree.
opponent. The
Congratulations,
next
United in
second,
space.
the next second,
Congratulations,
you want to
Manchester
say you
United. You
won
beat me.
something.
I'm
Guess
happy.
what?
I'm
You won
happy.
something.
But guess
You
what?
won
Man
something.
United,
But you
you're
said
gonna
it was
play
it's
Europa League.
meaningless.
Inshallah,
said
you
it's
laughed at
meaningless.
Liverpool playing 8th Europa League last season. I remember Usmaan said, "Yeah, you're playing Thursday nights now." And after your Thursday night, midnight, guess what? Luis is playing with Borat. Yeah,
You know you're
Luis is
playing
playing
Thursdays
Borat,
also.
11 Borat,
Champions Leagues are on Thursdays now.
Kazakhstan, yeah.
Because you
Hamza,
can do
he's
your
going there.
fucking
Hamza,
job on
That's
Saturday.
what I'm
I'm just trying to increase
Hamza,
our geographical
you know
knowledge.
we're playing on Thursdays
Yeah,
also.
listen,
Champions
listen,
League on
guys,
Thursdays.
I don't mind. Guaranteed trophy next season, up the Chelsea.
Let's listen. We already know what Lewis is gonna do by May time next season. We completed the European set.
We've
League,
won
Europa
it.
League,
Oh,
and
we've
Champions
won
League.
it.
It's
Oh,
100% gonna
we've
happen.
won it. Oh.
Anyway, speaking of Lewis, I do want to talk about Chelsea next. Before we do that, big up to Usmaan. Thank you so much for joining us. He doesn't have to leave us now, guys. Usmaan Talks United is his channel right now in the description. Make sure, guys, go subscribe to his channel. Just literally just scroll to the description. You can find this channel. Anything you want to say, Usmaan, before you do this?
I just called his name change.
Listen, Hamza, just last party message. If I see you tweeting about Sir Alex Ferguson again, you absolute fucking fraud. Listen, just chat to Oldham and Stockport. That's it. That's your level. You're a League One club with money. Literally, none of us give a fuck about you not winning 4 leagues in a row. I mean, if Liverpool won 4 leagues in a row, if Arsenal won 4 leagues, Chelsea, Man United, it'd be plastered everywhere. No one is even talking about it. And it's actually funny that you're sat here trying to defend your club when you couldn't even fucking be asked to turn up to the parade. The same way Haaland and KDB couldn't be asked to turn up to the final. So you're just as bad as each other. You're just fucking irrelevant. And you can't even turn up for your team. So thank you for having me on. Slap like, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, you already know, repping. Obviously, our praise go out to the people in Palestine. Always, obviously, shout out to the man them, and obviously, peace.
Big up, Usmaan. Thanks
Steps in front as well, the ball bastards.
These guys.
Listen, before we get to the Enzo Maresca thing, Hamza, I'm gonna give you an out. Khalas, you can talk about Enzo Maresca first. Let me do the super chats. Big up to all the super chatters as well. You guys have been absolutely incredible today, man. Thank you guys so much. You get me. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys showing us support to the channel, showing us support to this community. Absolutely incredible people. Please do slap the like button, do subscribe. There's 936 people in here. In the words of Kerfy Lewis, meet me at halfway line, you frauds. At least let's get to 400 likes. Hit the like button right now.
And don't be Julian Alvarez. Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man. Hit the like button. I see my brother as well, Warriors and Abdi Hassan, all the mods pushing. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Let me do the super chats before we get to Enzo Maresca topic. You get me? It's called payback, Hamza. You cuss Chelsea full time after you say in spaces before the game, Blue Brothers, let's unite. Hamza's a snake. I was the only one on the panel who didn't cook him. His first thing is Steven Gerrard directly. You know he's such a fraud as well. I cooked him on Saturday today. I'm too sick. I'm too sick today, man. Big up to you, Fatur. Big up to Sheikh, of course, the Palestinian flag. Big up to you, Sheikh. Our thoughts and prayers go out to them always. Big up to you, Sheikh, man. Big up to Elia, says, Egal, I don't waste any more gas on you. Your own fan base cooked you. We're about to hear Egal's thoughts on Chelsea, Elia, so stick around because Egal is never going to be quiet when it comes to Chelsea because he's the guy that has the biggest fuck you to the Chelsea fans from 2 years ago. Big up to you, Elia. More people in this chat than at the City parade. There you are. There you are, Andrew. That's bad. Andrew has never been angrier at Hamza besides the Batistuta comment. He even messaged me about him today. Literally, this Andrew's message, yeah? He ignored everything Hamza said. This is what Andrew says.
Is he talking about Batistuta and Alvarez again? This guy never watched Batistuta in his life. He's a fraud. He's a fraud.
The one comment that has rattled Andrew differently is that comment right there. Big up to you, Andrew. شوف الفيديو بالواتس. Listen, bro. When United and Chelsea were going for the league, Gerrard assisted Drogba. That's not a back pass. Big up to you, Hamza. Who's better, Prime Gerrard or KDB? Dinishan, he puts KDB on the level of Zidane, Modric, and Iniesta. So you already know his answer. Don't be fraudulent. You already know he's going to say KDB. But the whole panel disagrees, isn't it? Bro, Arsenal have no European heritage. One Club World Cup. One Club World Cup. Club World Cup is not European heritage, Mr. Khan.
Yeah. Just say we've got 2 of everything. We've got 2 of everything. So
it's global heritage.
No, but Mr. Khan is a Spurs fan. What could he be referring to there?
Club World Cup, then, huh? Where?
You never won Club World Cup.
You can't get into that club.
Maybe Spurs won something called like.
They got one like Europa League or something, and that's it. Actually, no, they got 2 trophies. They got 2.
Oh, Cup Winners' Cup.
Cup Winners' Cup.
Yeah, Cup Winners'
Cup.
Cup.
Winners' Cup, not Club World Cup. Yeah, Cup Winners' Cup. Yeah, big up, fair enough. That was the Europa League. Be careful what you wish for. Imagine you have to have a discussion with both Egal and Hamza supporting the same team. Arsenal welcomes Hamza. Hey, if Hamza becomes an Arsenal fan, we're going to have the biggest fucking headache. You know, I swear to God, it's going to be bad. You know, at least Egal has like some sensible takes, some else. Hamza has no sensible take at all. Hamza is just full on fraudulence. You get me? Big up to you, my guy, Jonathan. Big up to see you. Says KDB 1 goal in 9 finals and KDB only had 1 touch in the second half. Listen, it's not an agenda. It's just genuine reality. We've all had here incredible teams. We've all had great players. There is not a single one of our players that we have seen the best player in the team get subbed off in the 57th minute in a final. That's a bad thing for Kevin De Bruyne. Big up to Colin MUFC who says we've seen it all. We've won the lot. Everyone on the top row can sing this song right here. Big up to you, Colin.
Manchester
Big up to you outside Lewis. That was cold towards Hamza. Loved it. Yeah, today
Chelsea.
it was no longer Blue Brothers. Big up to Kutiolo says City is just Pep FC without his system. The players are all frauds. Hamza, City's time is almost up. When Pep leaves, I cannot wait for Hamza on This Is Football. It's going to be dark era. Dark era for Hamza right there. Big up to you, Kutiolo.
Bro, who's throwing the party? That's the real question. When Pep leaves, we gotta throw a party. Like the biggest celebration the world's ever seen, man.
With Hamza's tears in a cup. United making City, Newcastle, and Chelsea fans cry by winning one game. Great day's work. I actually didn't.
Newcastle can also hold that, by the way. They can absolutely hold that. That absolute disgusting. Nah, they can hold that.
Hey,
I'm so
Grigs,
tired
I
of
didn't realize till after the game that even Newcastle don't get Europe now just because of that
They
game.
can hold that, bro. They were doing Europe celebrations last week after the final game of the Premier League. They can absolutely hold that too, man. Sorry, Lewis, you have to be collateral damage. I'm sorry, man.
Is what it is. We've been shit all season.
Big up to Raman who says Lewis sees no issue in board's recruitment to digest. We're about to talk about it. Chelsea
I've
section,
criticised their manager recruitment for 2 seasons, but thank you.
Stick around. Big up to Colin again who says, I wanted City to win the Premier League over Arsenal. That says it all about how much I care about City. Egal. Hey, I was one of the few
that's
like
crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy.
Who were actually like rooting for Arsenal in the title race. Big up to you, Colin. Keep cooking the Space Raider with limbs. Hey, Ganza, we cooked him. We cooked him today. You get me. Big up to you, forever misunderstood. Big up to Toka who says we should have won World Cup 2018, not third. Eden carried. KDB, no. This is someone who's Belgian as well. So he's calling out the fact that Kevin De Bruyne did not carry the country. You can see here, 2 euros right there. Big up to you,
That
Toka.
France disaster class, we will never forget.
Big up to Atonement who says KDB asked to come off versus Real Madrid. Never forget. When did he ask to come off? Oh, Etihad game. Yeah, he asked to come off.
So players are not allowed to ask to come off if they're injured.
There you are.
Or if they feel their hamstring. So you should risk them still. I don't understand that.
How do you have the patience to listen to Hamza talk shit for so long and not lose your shit with him? I think all of us have lost our shit with Hamza at a point in time because Hamza's a good cook. You get me? He's rattled a couple of us this whole season, you know, Colin. But listen, this is the greatest of Hamza. You get me? Give him the chef hat and let him waffle for half an hour. Big up to you, Colin. Big up to Futur. Forget about Xavi, Modric, Iniesta, Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, Vieira. This guy had the audacity compared KDB to Seedorf. AC Milan, Seedorf. Disgrace. You know, it comes a point in time. I want everyone in the chat, 882 of you, not just like and subscribe. All of you spam shame in the chat right now for Hamza. The level of disrespect to the greats. I want everyone in the chat to just write shame in capital letters. I want him shame.
See the names.
Everyone spam
He didn't even add Zidane, by the way.
Everyone spam shame. So disrespectful. So big up to Arthur who says Stockport Iniesta. With those first touches, he looked like the Stockport Lukaku. Big up everyone, even that bald fraud. Hold that. Yo, Arthur cooking right here. Hey, everyone's shaming Hamza in the chat. I love it. Yo, Arthur, you cooking, bro. But said Stockport Lukaku. I love this chat. Grigs challenge. Do not mention anything before 2010. Hamza, Scholes in 1999. Plastic melts on the pan and Hamza got cooked today. Big up. Hey, listen. One thing I'll give about Hamza as a man, he can dish it and he can take it. He's not like sensitive. He's not going to cry about it. Big up to you, Frankie. Big up to Forever Misunderstood says, don't let this talking raisin off cook him. Hey, 1 hour and 20 minutes of cooking Hamza. You get me? That's good enough. Forever Misunderstood. Big up to Kutiolo says, Hamza, you're always talking with hands. Gerrard won a UCL and FA Cup for Liverpool while KDB won a Premier League match. This is the thing. When it comes to finals, Gerrard has scored in a Champions League final, a Europa League final, a Carabao Cup final, an FA Cup final. And he's not only the only midfielder in Premier League history to do that. He's the only English player in history to score a goal in every single final he's played in. Big up to you, Kutiolo.
Oh, yeah.
Big up to Nick who says, Hamza could deflect nuclear radiation. Hey, Loki, we might need to sign Hamza for the Jordanian Ministry of Defense. You get me? Deflect some of those drone missiles. Big up to you. Javid says, with the amount of bald frauds being employed by the Premier League clubs, Slot, Pep, Eric Ten Hag, Maresca, why is the biggest fraud Hamza still unemployed? There you are. There you are. Someone make Hamza their manager, man. Someone make.
I'm sure Hamza asked Pep to be his assistant when he met him.
Let me be a Man United manager. Take over.
No, we're good, bro. We're good, brother.
You manage Man United? You support City?
We're good.
I'll take them down. I'll take them down.
You're gonna wear that badge, bro, with pride.
You guys never did that in Football Manager? Get a team that you hate.
And I'll deflect in match of the day interviews.
Actually, I did that, but I only wore suits.
Can you imagine Hamza at halftime if they're like 3-0 down? Have some shame. Have some shame. Just start giving a monologue.
Spitting on Dallo or something.
Big up to Surya.
Why Salah? Why?
Just the first player that came to my head, I'll be real.
Bro, why am I afraid this season catching trays, man?
Poo, Dallo, poo. That's the thing as well. It's unfortunate Kroos does not get mentioned when they speak about the midfielders. Would love to hear the panel say on Kroos as a player. Hala Madrid, 15. Kroos is one of the greatest we've ever seen. 100%. Kroos is one of the greatest.
I did a video about his retirement on my channel too. So if you want to hear my thoughts,
check out Grigs talks in the description. I think I speak for all the guys when I say sometimes it's difficult to discuss legacy when the guy is still playing. At the end, when he hangs up his boot, it's a bit easier, so we can just look back at everything and go like,
let's just put it this way: KDB can't chat to him. Let's go, move on. There you go.
Not many players can.
No, of course not. He's an all-timer.
Is Maresca the most uninspiring hire from a Big Six club? If not, who is what Bleep Bloop says. I can give you one more uninspiring hire. Even though at the time it was Roy Hodgson to Liverpool.
Yeah, was Roy Hodgson.
That's definitely the worst one right there. We were 17th, and then he said we're not too big to get relegated. Listen, big up to you, Roy. I wish you a speedy recovery, but you can go fuck yourself. Big up to Colin, who says Mainu has scored as many final goals as KDB at the age of 19. This is a crazy stat.
Special talent, man. That's what the grades do. That's okay, man.
I fact checked this, and this is mad. This is mad. Big up to Salimani. Big up to you, my brother, all supporting the channel. 20v1, just like Kung Fu Kenny, but goats will always be goated. Hamza. Hey, Hamza has... he knows. We've all done 20v1s before. Lewis has gotten cooked by all of us. Egal, myself, Grigs. Today was just Hamza's turn, so he can hold that. Big up to you, though, Salimani. Thank you for all the love you've always shown us. Vinicius Freitas. What is R5? I need to Google this to double check.
Brazilian. That might be Brazilian, based on the comment.
He's actually Brazilian. Oh, that's actually Brazilian as well. Big up to you. As a Brazilian, I guarantee Estevao Willian is a world-class player in the making. Chelsea fans have no idea what awaits them, is what Vinicius says. Hey, speaking of Chelsea, this is the perfect
every Brazilian say that, by the way. So, God willing.
Fair enough. Fair enough, because I don't want to talk about now Chelsea, of course, the Maresca thing. Big up to all of you guys. Every single one locked in. Big up to everyone who sent in a super chat. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you guys for all the love. Hamad Zaabi, you asked for the Chelsea section. What we're going to do, because it's not quote-unquote a cooking, like nothing happened anyway. So we're going to let Lewis start. After that, open floor. I know Hamza wants to have his say on Chelsea as well. So obviously, Lewis, just everything, all the news regarding Chelsea, the Maresca thing, the signings. So the guy that asked you about the board. Just kind of give us your general Chelsea thoughts before we let Hamza talk.
So yeah, it looks like we're getting Maresca. From the sounds of it, it's either him or potentially De Zerbi. No one's really ruled him out, but for some reason, no one's even talking about him. It feels weird. It's an in-the-know thing, but the Fabrizio just hasn't ruled him out. Ornstein hasn't ruled him out. Remains to be seen who we pick. But it looks like Maresca is the clear favourite. Not the most keen on him, but I understand that we're looking for a possession-based manager. I do like that we're just zeroing in on those sorts of managers. I said I prefer that to last season when we had this scattergun approach and we were looking at basically everybody with a different style of play. At least we now have a bit of an idea of what we're looking for. I don't get 5 years. I heard it was meant to be 2 years, which I understood. Like, if the first year doesn't work out or if it's a terrible season, then you can make a cut. But clearly they trust him as someone to really build the long-term project around. And if that's the case, okay, because I understand it, because he's inexperienced. He's actually going to make mistakes. As long as the style of play of the team improves, as long as players improve and we reach our targets, which is top 4 in a trophy, which we can do because the players finished 5 points off 4th last season and we are in a conference league. Like, I dare them get knocked out. Cussing everybody under the sun if we get knocked out of the conference league. That should be our trophy drought finished. Simple as. But yeah, I know Maresca's a young manager. He's done well at Leicester. Managed to put a style of play into the team really early. Play good possession-based football. I want to see if he can handle the step up from Leicester to Chelsea. I'm not sure because it is Championship to Premier League. We'll just have to see. But like, he is meant to be one of the best up-and-coming managers.
Who's the last
right
good example we can think of?
For what? Championship to Prem?
Like this.
Brendan Rodgers.
Arteta.
Rodgers, I think, is
never coached.
I'd say Lampard.
Championship.
Arteta going from not coaching is
Lampard first.
We're talking about championship.
Arteta came from the backroom staff at City. Like, Lampard was actually in the Championship.
Lampard did get top 4.
If you know any examples in the chat, let us know. Just kind of to have a little bit of history when it comes to all this as well. because
Graham Potter?
I think Rodgers did coach Swansea,
No,
but
he's
he never
Brighton.
changed the club.
No, actually, Graham Potter did coach
No, I
Swansea.
mean Graham Potter
Yeah.
went from
Yeah, Swansea.
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe,
Santos,
Graham Potter.
Potter.
Graham Potter went from Swansea to Brighton.
Fair,
Sean
That's the
Dyche,
thing.
obviously.
I'm not writing this off. I'm also not going to be overly gassed and start standing or anything. Like, you still need to prove yourself at Chelsea. But we'll see. We'll see.
But
Like,
what about
play good
Rodgers
possession-based
at
football.
Liverpool?
You've raised the quality of the squad at Leicester. Let's see if you can do it at Chelsea, innit?
Lewis,
What
in
about
terms of the
Rodgers at
board,
Liverpool?
everyone keeps saying Lewis doesn't talk about the board. What do you think of the whole the Stanleys and the Stewarts and all this? Where are you with them?
Well, apparently it's Winstanley and Stewart pushing for this move, and it's Clear Lake who want De Zerbi, which if is really the case, then is again another piss take. But you're choosing to stand by these directors again, then cool. Like, if this guy absolutely tanks, I'm looking straight at you lot because you lot picked him when there was actually better options out there. So, like, I can't predict the future. Like, a lot of people can say, will you be Maresca out if you start poorly or anything? Let me see how the fucking football goes. Because people think, like, you could just predict the future like that. I don't know. Like, I like his style of play. I like how he's impacted Leicester, but it's a massive step up, and I have to see if he's going to be able to handle it. We don't know. All I know is my squad is capable of top 4. If we get the targets that we're going to get, we are 100% going to be capable of 4th. We are in the fucking Conference League, so there's an option for a trophy. Go and get those targets.
Is
like,
there any tough team you saw today in the Conference League?
It's like Lons, Real Betis, I think Hoffenheim, and somebody else. The rest are just... God
Because I
knows.
saw you put out the list of teams today, so you have researched like on the teams. That
Probably
are
a couple
there.
Italian teams you could always fear. They usually do.
Who from Italy is in the Conference League?
Fiorentina.
I think it's Fiorentina.
Who have made the final back-to-back years.
And they're moving like Sevilla, bro.
Please look at the shared
No, we're
image.
here to kill that. We're here to kill
Please
that.
look at the shared image.
But this Enzo one quickly before we go to the Conference League.
Look
yeah?
at my club, man. Part
One
one.
I'll let you go, Hamza. Now, just hold tight. Wait, so who's actually even difficult? Okay.
Is there any
teams
teams
in Holland? Olympiacos.
Rene's a good team.
Olympiacos, it depends if they win the Conference League or not, by the way, because they might end up in Europa. Fiorentina,
I just find it funny that Chelsea
Rene's a good team, by the way.
are in a
Rene's a
competition
good
where the
team.
coefficient is 4.
I can't lie. Pot 6, pot 5, pot 4. Pot 4, they beat everyone.
This league is funny, but this is a free trophy to me. I don't give a
Oh,
shit.
yo, Lewis,
Besiktas
imagine your
might be
trip
tough from pot
to
3.
Ordabisi, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's great. That's a great geographical knowledge.
Sheriff
I don't know
Tiraspol.
that.
I looked up.
Isn't Sheriff Tiraspol the same team that beat Real Madrid?
Who?
No,
Sheriff.
that was
Sheriff, yeah, that's Sheriff.
Yeah,
That's
Sheriff
Sheriff.
Tiraspol. They beat Real
They,
Madrid.
they beat they beat them in the Bernabeu.
We played
They
them
beat
in
them in the Bernabeu.
They beat Real
played them in
Madrid.
Europa last year.
Genk is decent.
No,
I
Ajax.
can't lie. Pot 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's all easy. 1 and 2, some maybe a bit difficult.
That's a joke.
Man,
Yo,
we're
all I have to
winning
say
this.
is, Lewis, if
We're
you get
winning this.
split, you have to go to Croatia. It's a good place.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, it's beautiful over there.
Sam,
Anyway,
Beautiful.
Hamza has been itching to talk about Chelsea, so go ahead, Hamza. Oh, and
simple,
then
it's
we'll
simple.
open
It's
the
simple.
floor.
Listen,
Go on.
it's simple, yeah. What a shame, I say to any Chelsea fan listening to this. It's a disgrace. Yeah, have some standards and shame on yourself today, because what has happened today is a shameful decision for your football club. When we asked you, don't get rid of Pochettino, who will replace you, you never thought the names that were being linked. You would have laughed at each of those names. You would have laughed at those names. When
I
Pochettino
wouldn't have.
was already no manager, even Tuchel has never won 5 home games in a row. Pochettino's trying to win. He's already found out the team. We said Enzo's a problem. As soon as Enzo goes, the team start winning. Yeah, we knew the problem.
Here we go.
So the problem we've seen, it's like an illness. You
There
found
you are.
You
There you
found
are.
the cure. You've treated the guy's healthy. Why give him another illness? Yeah, are you gonna give him another virus? Yeah, to try and treat it. Let me tell you the problem at Chelsea. It has come to show what I said before. I was right. Me and Hassan were right. I said Chelsea owners were frauds. They lack ambition at their football club.
Excuse me.
I was
Don't
no.
exclude me from this. Don't forget about me.
Anigo.
I was the first one.
Yeah,
I've been saying this from time.
I came with you, wallahi, beginning, and I said,
"Oh, you guys tried to talk with
well,
Lewis."
I said the biggest red flag when I saw.
What do you guys try to do with Lewis? I've been talking about. I've given Lewis the biggest headache with Pochettino.
Remember at the beginning of the season. Remember at the beginning of the season when
Egal was.
Hamza was quiet.
No, us three.
No,
No,
I was. No.
You fraud.
Egal, I've never been quiet on that issue. Ask them. Egal, the biggest red flag is when I saw Chelsea going to a Tottenham manager. I said, yo, why didn't you get Luis Enrique? Why didn't you get Nagelsmann? They gave me a reason. Oh, you know, nah.
Manager you've been propping all season.
I said, yo, you're a fraud. You only went there. Now you're begging for rival fans.
I said Tottenham's manager won. Tottenham manager 1 minute and then he's back in Pochettino.
And then Lewis, we told Lewis, Enzo's a problem. And
I told you it was because he was playing injured for 6 months.
Okay, fair enough, he was playing injured, but I knew he was a problem. As soon as he's out the team.
Yeah, so you ignored the context.
Chelsea are winning.
Because it suited your Enzo agenda.
They go into the games, they finish 6th. He pushed them. Why sack him? I said to Lewis said, I don't mind who I get. I get. I want Pochettino out. Now, guess what?
And I'm here and I still have the same opinion.
Let me show you. The names that you are linked with, you could have gone for and get Allegri, who's on free, who has won at Juventus. You can't say no. You can't say.
He can absolutely say no to Allegri.
Absolutely say no to Allegri. Griggs, first you're in trouble.
They said they're going for a possession manager and I stand by that. And if Maresca's the guy that's cool, you better work.
Sort your own problems about first you got.
So you want Allegri? Okay, so when Pep leaves after next year, I expect you to have Allegri on your short list.
Sort your Old Trafford waterfall first. Yeah, you got a waterfall, historic waterfall there, draining every day. 1 second. Let me talk to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a water slide with my FA Cup.
Yeah, you need to do slides. Yeah,
I'm gonna do it with the FA Cup in my hand. It's okay.
Listen, the fact that they interviewed Kieran McKenna. Wallahi.
Don't talk shit about Gafford.
They were shopping at
Brighton. Bro.
1 second.
You just use that for a contract extension.
They were shopping at Brighton, Hussam. Cucurella, all the physio, all the coaches, they wanted to be Brighton. That was a red flag. Number 2, now they're not even shopping at Brighton. They're shopping at Championship now. It's now Championship. Yeah. The fact that Kieran McKenna, they laughed at Kieran McKenna. Kieran McKenna was the number 1 choice. He picked up the phone and he said, I'm not interested. The fact that you had the audacity of taking Kieran McKenna as a Chelsea coach is embarrassing. Disgusting. Your owners have no ambition. They've set up a false project, Hush Puppy project. It's a facade. It's criminal, bro. Your owners are criminal and you cannot stand by this. You're lowering your standards. Yeah.
How am I lowering my standards when I want the same thing I wanted?
Begging an Ipswich manager.
I wanted top 4 in a trophy and I still want top 4 in a trophy. So how am I lowering my standards?
Ipswich manager rejected you. Look how do you feel?
He's signing a contract extension to quadruple what he's on. It's called good business. Fair play to the guy.
Yeah, and he also wants a United job within the next 2 years.
United, Brighton, Chelsea already looking at him, and he's used that to get quadruple his wages at fucking Ipswich.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You want McKenna as your manager?
I have tweets. Yeah,
you want
I do.
McKenna for Ten Hag. There you go. So remember this. Yeah, this is the guy that wanted McKenna. So
no problem.
The fact that you went for a joke manager, let me tell you, he's a joke manager. Call him that. I'm the first one to put my name in line. He will be shit. I'll sign him.
No more, bro.
I'll sign. Listen, I can sign him. He's shit.
Well, you don't watch Championship, so you don't even know what you're talking about. So it's okay,
Hamza,
bro.
who are you talking about? McKenna
I don't need to, man. When I see
shit,
it's shit, man. Shit is shit.
You don't know what you're talking about because if I bring up the facts about Kieran McKenna, you're gonna look him up.
Shit is shit. You can't say shit, bro.
No. Because if I bring up the facts about Kieran McKenna, you're gonna look like a dumbass. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no substance in anything you talk about, bro.
Your biggest
you have no substance in anything you talk about. You think you watch all these leagues? The only thing you know how to watch is Pep by Ball, bro.
You're the biggest flip flops. Do not ever talk to me about flip flops. Man United fans are the biggest flip flops. Ralph Rangnick, all these guys, they back
Bro,
this
you don't
guy.
even know what
You
I'm
get
talking
that?
about. First
You're-
of all,
you're back
I've been
on
bigging
him.
up
Get
Pierre
out of
McKenna
here.
since he left with
Listen,
Ipswich because he was my former assistant.
No, 1 second. Let me go to him. The fact that you interviewed an Ipswich manager as a top job when there's managers who had their CVs, tell me your owners don't care about ambition.
Bro, what
They don't
to
care about
football
winning
in 2024,
because
bro?
McKenna will never win.
I
Bro,
spent $1 billion and they have
McKenna
no
will
ambition.
never win you. And the only reason why
How do you know that?
Call them naive when you say they have no ambition.
only
That's so
reason-
dumb.
Wait,
the
Hamza, I have a
only
question.
reason-
Is your legend Vincent
only
Company a
reason
fraud
why-
coach then?
the
Is your
only
legend
reason-
Vincent Company a fraud coach then?
1 second.
I say no more, bro. All right,
No, 1 second. I'll talk about
That's
that
your former
later on.
captain, by the way.
I'll answer that question. The only reason is you interviewed Enzo Maresca. He was your second choice to Kieran McKenna. Yeah, I'm not gonna cast Enzo Maresca because he's one of mine.
How do you even know that?
No, I know what we
The
doing
number
is come
one
on
picks were like
Doesn't-
changing
who doesn't
every
want
day.
to?
One day it was
Who doesn't
fucking
want to come
Amorim,
out?
the next day it was
Tier one
McKenna,
has
the
just
next day it was
confirmed.
Deserby, and now it's
No, it
Maresca.
wasn't Deserby.
What are you
You didn't even
talking
consider
about,
Deserby.
bro?
You
Journalists
didn't
have
even
been
consider
flip-flopping
Deserby.
for the last
You didn't
week.
even consider Deserby. You are absolutely. You're asking advice for a play of type a guy who's 8th. You're asking him to give you advice, bro. Look up to us. Are you looking down, asking some guy who's down there looking at waterfall there sliding? Oh, how can I get up there? Bro, guy's going down.
What are you waffling about?
He's going down, bro. Griggs doesn't know about being up. He doesn't know. He doesn't.
I've seen just as many Premier Leagues as you have, bro. Don't you worry. I've seen as much success as you have.
You enjoy your water for 1 second. At the end of the day,
No. You're not gonna little fool because I'm always big, bro. When it comes to Manchester United versus Manchester City. No. Respect my football, first of all. Second of all, I give advice to Lewis because I know who Enzo Maresca is and I know who Kieran McKenna is.
Given Enzo Maresca, he's a good coach.
Doesn't fit the narrative,
You know what?
bro.
I'll tell you about Enzo Maresca. Wallah, I tell you. Jason Wilcox was, I think he was second manager at the ADS.
This is the same guy who told us Cole Palmer was mid when he signed.
No, I'm not going to cuss Enzo Maresca. I'm not cussing Enzo Maresca. Listen, I'm not cussing Enzo Maresca.
You literally just called him shit.
1 second. First year, we won the ADS. I don't know who the manager. I forgot the manager.
Brother.
Second year was Wilcox. Third year, Wilcox went to Southampton. Maresca got the job because he was a scout at AC Milan. Because I used to follow EDS. He got the EDS team to play with Cole Palmer, Lavia, Makati, Liam Delap, Lucas Mbete. At Trafford was backing as a goalkeeper. We got 3P. All our teams got 3P. Under 18 EDS and the senior team. After that, he went to Parma. Parma were favorites to be promoted. Yeah, they failed to be promoted. He was sacked around November. He was sacked, dismissed. I remember because I wanted him to do well. I want Company to do well. I want Maresca to do well.
New managers struggled in first club.
Maresca, yeah.
Maresca got really good at
Maresca.
Parma.
He left Parma. He got sacked at Parma, I remember, because I followed him. He was going to Rangers or something. Wallahi. He was going to Rangers. I remember because I follow my coaches. Then because Pep second coach team called Juan Limo, wallahi, he left for Saudi Arabia to become a manager. We didn't have a coach for 2 months. When he got sacked, we took him over. Pep won the league with being an assistant coach. He became a Leicester coach. I was like, oh, Pep needs another assistant coach. Then the old one came back again. So he went to Leicester. He did a good job. Enzo Maresca is a fantastic coach. He will play good style of football. He's learned by his inexperience. I want him to do well. I want him to do well because he's one of my own. He's got Willie Caballero, the goalkeeper, as assistant coach. He's good.
Shout Big Willie.
It's not. Is it an upgrade?
Pause, bro. Pause.
Yeah,
my Willie Caballero, proper Chelsea.
Is it an upgrade? Is it an upgrade from Pochettino? It's risky business. This is what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. It's risky business. It's risky.
No, here's the thing, Hamza. One thing is fact.
I hear that, but you just called him shit and wrote him off like
I'm not casting Enzo. I'm not casting Enzo. I'll cast McKenna. I'll cast McKenna. I'm not casting Enzo.
Hamza, I just want to say one thing. It's right that it's not an upgrade on Pochettino. 100% it's not an upgrade.
That's what I said.
Let's not waffle.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
And McKenna and Thomas Frank are not better managers than Poch. Let's not lie now.
You know what I'm saying to them? I'm saying I'm waiting for him to join my club and I'm going to see the football he produces.
When it comes to the
it's a low ass bar. It's a low bar.
And the last statement before I forget what you said, Griggs, is people are saying to me, no, Hamza, but look at the coaches that Bayern have got, and look, Thiago Motta is going to Juventus. I explained this. Those structures are fantastic. They will inherit
structure is not fantastic. The
They will
Bayern structure is
invest-
not fantastic, by the way. They've
Are you joking?
they've had about 12 managerial targets this past year, by the way.
Hold on.
This
Tell
is
me
the
that
first
Bayern
year
Munich.
they've gotten
No,
it wrong.
no, one second. Hussam. Who runs Bayern Munich? Tell them who runs Bayern Munich. What are the names? Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. These are legends.
Yep.
Matthias
Uli
Sammer.
Hoeneß.
Bro, they're legends. Beckenbauer.
Matthias-
Oliver
Uli
Kahn.
Hoeneß.
Every German
That's cool.
manager.
That's cool. By the way, that's cool.
They
By
run
the way,
very well. They run
by the way, that
very
same
well.
structure,
And
that
one
same
second,
structure
one second,
fired
one second,
Julian
one
Nagelsmann,
one
who's the
second.
best up and coming German manager, for Thomas Tuchel. They got that wrong.
No,
and
but
then
they're very shrewd. They're proper shrewd, yeah.
brother,
But
they
what
just
will
lost the
do-
Bundesliga.
Listen, company will go to a team that's got good structure, a better team. Juventus have got, I don't know their structure, who runs the thing. I don't know it's Nedved. Yeah, it's Nedved, is it? Nedved.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nedved.
Nedved.
Never quit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure never.
but
Also,
Chelsea-
Juve do not have
but
good structure.
Chelsea's structure is shit. Their players are shit. So Enzo Maresca is being set up for failure. He's learning on the job. Would they take the same risks as Arsenal? Would they be trusting the process of 5 years? Lewis, are you willing to wait for 5 years of 0 trophies?
Guys talking shit about football leagues.
No,
What the
he's
hell
not.
are we going to go 5 years without trophies?
Okay,
We're in a
major
we're in a
trophies, major
fucking
trophies.
conference league.
Okay, Premier League, no Premier League, and no Champions League. Will you be happy with 2 Conference League and 1 FA Cup?
I won't be happy with that, but who's to say that's what we achieve in 5 years?
Okay, what
Let's
about
talk about
this year?
Maresca now.
What's his aim? What's your achievement this year? What should be your aim
Top
this
4
year?
and a trophy.
So if he doesn't get top 4 in the trophy,
We'll see what happens with the season.
hold on. But thing didn't get top 4 in the trophy, and you wanted him out, Pochettino. What we doing?
Because Potts played shit football all season,
but
which is
Pochettino
why I'm
is not playing
saying
good football.
wait for the season.
No. If you don't get top 4 and you don't get any single trophy, forget Europa Conference. We don't rate Europa Conference League, so
Well,
don't try and set up.
Conference might be a sackable offence in itself, but we'll have to see. It depends on the whole season.
I
I
think
can't
he-
speculate.
I think he's a good coach.
I haven't seen a
problem
lot
is-
of this manager. I believe in the squad. I believe in the players that we have and that we're going to strengthen. I need to see what happens in the season.
I think he's a good coach,
Can't
but
predict
he's
anything.
not the level of Chelsea. I want to see Chelsea back because I don't have hatred of Chelsea. I used to see Chelsea shopping at the top level, so I would have wanted top managers who would have sorted the issue.
Just cussed us out for getting a
But
Tottenham manager 10 minutes
Enzo's
ago.
good. He's a good coach, but your football club has shown me now that trophy is not the main key. I swear to God. Now I've made my mind up that your football club don't care about ambition. Sam, am I right or am I wrong in saying that?
No, I
This is
agree
good.
with you. I've been talking about Boli and Iqbali as well, 100%. Listen, this thing we are in agreement on, and I don't think Maresca has an
Look,
upgrade.
if they
on Boli.
fail with this manager, then it's on their head. Simple as. But I believe they have ambition. I just believe they've been naive for the last 2 seasons.
So
But they have to fix up with this coach. They have to.
Enzo, so
If he
get
fails,
Enzo
it's on
Maresca.
them. It's
There's-
on all of them because they
One second.
picked him.
Let Luis get in Enzo Maresca. Does that show ambition? Yes or no? I want to see that. That's the question I'm asking.
It will be shown on the pitch.
No. He's
Our
not showing
ambition is to
ambition.
win. That's
Now,
been shown over
let's
the
talk about
last
now.
2 years
Forget the
without
pitch.
spending.
No, let's talk about now. I want to remember this. Do you think you get Enzo Maresca shows ambition by these owners? Yes or no? Don't.
It's ambitious
think
in the
so.
it's ambitious in the sense of the project.
What project?
Because here's the thing, I can't speculate the future.
No, but you can't say.
What do you want me to say? Like Maresca should
No.
be the guy taking us to
Egal,
trophies.
am I wrong?
Whether he
No,
does or
bro,
not,
bro,
it depends on him.
Yeah,
But
go
like,
on, go on.
when Chelsea-
You're
when Chelsea
asking me
put-
to predict the future.
Bro,
They
when-
clearly
when
see
Chelsea
these guys.
No,
Lewis,
one second.
Lewis, you scream standards. Lewis, you scream standards, but then you're saying Maresca is ambitious. How?
I'm not saying it's ambitious. I'm saying
You
whether
just
it
said
is,
it's
we have to see.
ambitious.
Because the aim's to win trophies with him.
With the unproven manager, which you would criticize in other settings.
What do you mean in other settings?
fifth
I need to see
manager.
the settings.
Sometimes the fifth
Bro,
manager, but it's owners.
You
Okay,
guys
no,
are
no,
asking me like I've barely seen anything at this guy's style of play. I just know he's a possession-based manager, and I need to see what he delivers.
It's a 6 manager, Egal.
Bro,
6 manager.
I'm not
but it's
even
owners.
saying
Like-
I'm not even saying Lewis. I'm not even sitting here saying he's a bad manager. I'm just simply saying, based on Chelsea's standards, Pochettino was not liked because of how he was playing and all these other things, right? So
And his
obviously,
decisions in game and how our defense declined and all
obviously
of
you're gonna give the new man a chance. You're not gonna write him
Yeah.
off right away. But simply put, if I was to come to you a year ago or 2 years ago and
You
tell
are
you
not.
you're gonna get a manager from the championship
Championship.
when Zidane's available, when Thomas Tuchel's available, when all
Allegri.
these top managers are
Bro,
available,
interviewed
you would
Simeone.
have said to me,
Egal,
you would have
can we
said
say
to
this
me,
still about your manager?
Yeah,
you would
it
have said
sounds,
to me,
it sounds
where have our
crazy. That's
standards?
why I had
You would have
mental
said to
health.
me, where have our standards gone?
Egal,
But now we're
couldn't
sitting
we
here
have
I
said
would
the
have
same
said
about
our
Arteta?
standards are gone because
Couldn't we
we
have
tried
said the
to
same
flex
about
sixth
Arteta?
place like it was something
After
good
Wenger,
and a
we
reason
told
to
you that
keep
Mikel
watching the
Arteta
first
would be the
place.
manager of Arsenal Football Club within 18 months. Would you not laugh?
1 second. That was actually the question. Arteta was interviewed for the job before when Unai Emery was.
Did that not
But
sound crazy?
what happened was
He went to
Unai
Pep.
Emery.
Stay with Pep.
Unai Emery came in. He was basically going to fail regardless because the next manager after a top manager tends to fail. So he ended up failing as always. And then we had more patience for Arteta. One, because he actually gave us a better connection with the fans and everything else. But it's not about
But you
Arsenal.
had to see all of that, and that's my point. I have to wait and see.
You have to give Maresca time.
You man are all asking me to predict the future, and I haven't
Nobody's
got a
asking you to
fucking
predict
clue.
the
I'm just
future.
saying
Nobody's
I believe
asking
in
you to predict the future. Have the same energy that you have for majority of your signings.
Yes.
Most of the time when Chelsea sign a manager,
you
are more.
My energy has been the exact same thing, even for players who I didn't initially rate when we've signed. I've said I'll let you cook. Show me something, and I judge what they show me. You're asking me to predict it all right now.
If I get you a Division 2, so if I get you a Division 2 or Sunday League manager, you'll say, "Oh, let me see what he's gonna offer me." You're gonna wait.
Because it's not my fucking decision who we pick.
Is that how we employ people? We employ people by saying,
Lewis is not employing
the one employing them.
Give me a CV. Let me look at your CV.
Bro, at the end of the day, we're football fans. We support what our club does at the end of the day through thick and thin. We might not like it, but we support it. That's the job of being a fan.
No, I disagree with that, Grigs. You don't just support what the club does.
So look, you're not going to Arnie Slot anytime. Are you Arnie Slot out already?
I don't like Slot. Everyone here knows this.
He doesn't like him, but come match day one, will you not support him?
I'm not supporting him. I'm supporting Liverpool Football Club.
Liverpool
That's
Football Club.
He is right now. He's Liverpool Football Club's manager. So right now,
and I'm against the appointment. I don't want Slot.
No, that's fine. You might not want him. Lewis probably doesn't want Maresca as his number one choice. But at the end of the day, when he becomes the manager, come match day one, he's gonna wish Maresca to do the best possible job he can. That's all Lewis is trying to say.
That's the point. That's beside the point. I'm not asking Lewis to predict the future.
You're not. Hamza is.
Okay, my whole point from the start was always talking about the Chelsea board. That's literally my point from the start. I have not changed.
Is he agreement with this signing, like how Sam is? Is he agreement that Enzo Maresca is the right manager for Chelsea? Yes or no?
I'm not sure.
So you're not sure?
Not a yes or no. I'm not sure.
Okay. What's the percentage that you feel? How are you happy, or you're not happy, or you're just? I don't care.
Cautious. I'm cautious about it.
So
I get he's a possession-based coach. I get he's raised a level at one club. I need to see if he can handle the step up to Chelsea.
So are you happy? So you're happy at championship level for Chelsea?
I just said I don't know when you're trying to push it into me being happy.
I'm being specific now. No, I'm being specific now. You're saying I'm being cautious, but I'm seeing what he's done at championship. So is championship an achievement for you?
No, I'm not saying it's an achievement. I'm saying he's done one thing at a championship level, and I need to see if he can handle the step up. I've said that five fucking times.
Is that your level? Because it's not my level. Me, when Pep goes,
we're nowhere near City's level. We're nowhere near City's level.
I don't want championship manager. Wallahi, I don't want. If City tell me, yo, you're going to get
same, by the way, that's not even a crazy thing to say. I don't want the championship manager to take over my club.
All right, so after Enzo Maresca, right?
I'm not manager out from the first day like you. I'll give him a chance.
Nobody's
said I won't say manager out again, but we'll see what happens.
Nobody's saying manager out. I'm just saying, Lewis, your fans said you sacked Pochettino because of your standards, but then you hire Maresca. It contradicts exactly the reason why you said you sacked.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, the standards remain the same. I still want fourth, and I still want a trophy.
Okay, so you're saying the standards are not the qualifications for your manager. At this moment in time, let's call it as it is. They hired this guy who's underqualified for the position so they can control him and have relatively more control over the manager.
Yeah.
Why is he underqualified for the position? Chelsea
He
laid
is
out the
underqualified.
requirement. No. Chelsea
The
ownership
only
group
reason
laid
why
out
they
the
took him-
requirements for the new manager.
Griggs, you don't
They said
think a
possess-
Leicester manager is underqualified for Chelsea?
Can you
Not based on the-
wait. Can you let Griggs talk? Go on, Griggs.
No, yeah, first of all, yeah, thank you. Because Chelsea board put out the requirements for the next manager. They want possession-based football. They want a guy with a plan when it comes to that, and they want a guy that will be a yes man. Enzo Maresca
Yes
is
man.
the
That's the
definition
word.
of a yes
That's the
man.
word.
That's what Todd Bowley wants.
is
Is it the right thing?
exactly.
No, Allegri. You know why Allegri is not qualified for the Chelsea
Exactly.
job? Because he doesn't fit any of the description.
Exactly.
But okay, that's
Griggs,
fine.
yes,
That's what they
man,
want.
is what they took.
No,
They
but I'm not
don't care
talking.
about the trophy.
No,
They don't care about the trophy.
But
They
that's
did not
fine.
say
Chelsea
he
want
must
that.
have
That's
an
fine. Guess what?
achievement.
That's what
He
most of
must take
football
us to
wants
this.
these days.
They didn't
You see
care
him with
about
Thiago Motta to Juventus. You think Thiago Motta is gonna go throw up requirements at Juventus? No, you think
Once
Vincent
again-
Kompany is gonna go to Bayern Munich and tell
Jurgen
Rummenigge,
Klopp had
I
to
want
answer
Lyle
to
Foster?
Edwards,
Oh,
guys.
he's not gonna do that. They're gonna tell him to sit down, and you're gonna get the players that we want you to do. It's the same way with Ineos and Manchester United.
No, but the
So you want to
problem, you
disrespect
cannot-
Enzo Maresca at Chelsea?
but one second.
Enzo Maresca is a better fit for Chelsea than
let him
Pochettino
go.
because he fits the style of football that Todd Bowley and the whole Chelsea
Yeah,
board
but
want
Poch
him
played
to play.
offensive football.
No, he did it. No, he did it.
Yeah, it
Not
was
the
offensive.
possession style
It was
football.
fucking offensive to
No, he did
watch.
it because Enzo
Don't even-
Maresca
don't
is a
even try-
JDP
don't even
manager.
try it.
He's very
What
stubborn in the way
exactly
he
did
plays.
Don't even try. The football was
I didn't
hideous
say he
9
played
times
defensive,
out of
but he
10.
didn't play possession style football.
I don't think the football.
There was no
One
pattern.
second,
Yeah,
Lewis.
because you're watching it from a neutral
Lewis.
Can I
perspective.
finish speaking?
Lewis,
Yo,
Lewis, can you
No,
educate the chat?
sorry, Egal.
Can you educate- one second, Lewis.
No, 1 second.
I need to address this.
No,
Hamza.
1 second,
Hamza.
Egal. We can't keep interrupting Griggs. Let him land. Go ahead, Griggs.
Enzo Maresca, I'm not saying he's the perfect manager. I think Kieran McKenna would have been a better fit for them, but obviously
No
they want
chance.
Enzo Maresca.
No
I think
chance.
he's more of a possession style manager, which Chelsea wants, so that's fine. I watched the championship. I looked at the way he did with Harry Winks, who I liken to a player like Enzo Fernandez. They're very similar players, unathletic but really good on the ball, deep line playmakers. Harry Winks was averaging about 110 touches a game. Enzo Fernandez, that's what I think Chelsea fans have been crying out for him, to be more on the ball and dictate the game. Enzo Maresca knows how to coach that style of play. You look at Moises Caicedo, came from JDP from Roberto De Zerbi. Romeo Lavia, JDP at Southampton. He fits the squad better. Will he be the ultimate manager that wins Chelsea the biggest trophies? Maybe not. We knows. He might just be the setup manager, which I want to ask Lewis this question. Lewis, when you look at a Graham Potter, for example, do you think that maybe Clear Lake regret sacking him? Because I think for me, Graham Potter would have been the perfect manager for that.
I think they
for
do.
Me, he's
he's
more adaptable than Maresca. He has the same principle. Yeah, that's what I think.
That's the reason why they've ignored us with Poch all season.
Yeah, and then back to Kieran McKenna. First of all, don't disrespect and talk about.
No, before you go to McKenna, I want to address your point about Maresca. Before you go to McKenna,
go ahead.
McKenna is just an Ipswich Town manager.
No, 1 second, Hamza. I want to say something. I don't think being a yes man is a bad thing. I agree with you on that.
In 2024 football, that's what it takes.
No, hear me out. What fucked Liverpool Football Club over the last 2 years is the fact that Klopp wasn't a yes man. If Klopp just listened to Edwards and listened to the board, I think we're sat here on at least one more Prem or one more relevant trophy. But instead, we went with what the manager wants. Even Lewis knows this. Even my argument for Poch the whole time, I've never said you should let Poch make transfer decisions ever. Because I think that's genuinely what fucks up clubs. Because most managers, Pep included, like 90% of the managers don't have good talent ID. Usually the ones that have good talent ID are actually crap on the pitch. Like the ones who had good talent IDs like Oli. Oli was a shit manager, but his talent ID was top notch. Like it's very rare to find a manager that has top-notch talent ID. You have to listen to the scouts.
Pep Guardiola, Busquets.
I saw 1 second, Hamza. I saw one of the Excel sheets that one of the Liverpool scouts prepared. They know how many passes. They know how many passes to the left. 1 second. They know how many passes to the left, how many passes to the right. They know every single detail about every single player. I don't think the yes man part is the negative part. I think the negative part is the step up. And this is the same thing I said about Slot. So my energy is the same. I'm saying managing an institution like Chelsea is by definition not like managing an institution like Leicester. Let me give you an example. Leicester this season, since you've watched the championship, you know this, they almost bottled the championship. They didn't at the end, but they almost did.
I agree.
Now, if you're a Chelsea manager and you lose 2-3 games in a row, important games, that built-up pressure can get to you in a way that it doesn't get to you at Leicester. So there's certain intangibles that go beyond attacking football. Because if we want to go to a manager who plays attacking football and does possession, I can name you 100 managers right now, Griggs. You know this. Brendan Rodgers plays
and I agree with you. I agree with you. That's why I said for me, Enzo
Brendan Rodgers plays attacking football. Should Chelsea hire him?
I know, but and that's why I'm not.
That cannot
100%
be.
sure
That
Enzo
cannot
Maresca.
be the logic. Like just attacking
Listen,
football.
Enzo's better.
No, I know,
Enzo
no, but
Maresca,
what I'm trying to
when he
defend
did
Lewis
the
upon,
EBS, yeah?
that's what Clear Lake put out as the requirements for the Chelsea position. That's why you don't bring up Allegri. Allegri was never going to be qualified for the Chelsea
No,
job.
I never brought up Allegri. I never.
No, it's Hamza, and it was like, and that's what a lot of big football clubs want these days. They want the yes men managers that play nice football. They all want the next Pep. They want the next Alonso. They want the next Arteta. They want these unproven managers because, by the way, Pep Guardiola, when he got the Barcelona job, was unproven. He went from Barcelona B to Barcelona. They rejected Jose Mourinho for Pep Guardiola. That was a risk at the time, and it paid off.
No,
and a lot of
I
football clubs
accept
these
that,
days.
but Pep is like a prodigy.
But
He's
once
like
I- once I-
Obviously, he's
One
obviously
second.
huge once in a lifetime.
You
But I'm talking
see
about
the
even
problem
Mikel
with
Arteta.
the
He went from
EPL.
Pep's
You
backstaff,
in the EPL, you
backroom
don't know
staff
the story.
to
You don't hold the whole
managing
story.
Arsenal.
You get told
Xavi
all
Alonso,
this
by the
stuff.
way, got relegated with Sociedad's
Barcelona must have
academy
been so
team,
lucky.
and now just won a double for Bayer Leverkusen.
you
Managers
know
are,
Pep
for me,
Guardiola-
are the way that you judge managers is based on their environment, their surroundings, and their circumstances. Enzo Maresca is gonna upgrade in terms of squad. So that bottle job that he almost did at Leicester, Hassan, which you were right about, we all saw that.
When was managing a Monaco, man, sit down.
Maybe that won't happen at
You
Chelsea
guys
because he
need
has
to learn
better
football.
players. That is, we don't know what it's gonna
here's
look
the thing,
like.
Grigs.
Sam,
I'm
let me
actually making a
answer your
logical
question.
That's the
argument.
thing. I have to just see.
No, I know
I'm
your
making
argument's
a
very
logical
logical.
argument.
Hassan.
I
Sam,
accept
I
what
need
you're
to answer
saying.
that question. No, Sam, I need to
One
answer what
second,
you
Hamza, I
said.
have to say
No,
this.
no, no.
It's
Well, I
very
need to
high
answer
risk.
before you. You said it's
Hamza,
it's
I'll
okay
let
to
you
be a
answer the
yes
question.
man.
Let me just make a
It's
statement.
not
I will
okay
make
to
one
be a yes
statement.
man.
Hamza, I'm on your
Late
side. Wait
when
one
you're
second.
no.
It's
No, one
very
second.
high risk.
Let me answer a question. I'm not gonna
Hamza,
let you this
Hamza,
one.
can you
No,
chill?
I'm not gonna let you
Wait
because
10
until I
Go
say
ahead.
this.
No, ask your
Wait.
question,
No,
bro. Ask
one
your question.
second.
Go ahead.
Sam,
Go ahead.
let me
Go
just
ahead.
go quickly. Exactly. You always do this. I know you always do this, and then it turns out to him answering, and I'll never get a chance. The only reason you can't be a yes man in Clear Lake, it's a joke. It's a joke of a structure.
Oh, Maresca, you mean?
No, at Chelsea, the signings they're making is jokes, man. What are we doing? Except for Copama. You look at the 1 billion that they
You
bought.
struggled in nearly every
You see
game you had
Disasi.
against us
You see
last season.
Disasi. You see
Fucking shit.
Badashile.
Like
Sam,
what?
you see
Badashile is a good
Bro,
Badashile is a good player, by the way.
Sam,
Literally every single guy on the panel dunked on me
Sam,
except you.
The signing they have made is criminal for Billy to be in that position. These guys don't understand football. They've got the wrong people in football that's managing Chelsea. This is why they've sacked they've had 5 managers. Some are temporary, only 1 or 2 days.
You're really counting the interims.
5. They've had 5. This means
Man's adding Bruno Salto, who has managed one game for us.
This is a team that employed Graham Potter, gave him a 5-year contract. A year later, they gave him a 40 million. I say, 40 million, there you are. These guys
They shouldn't have sacked him. They never should have sacked Graham Potter. I've been saying that.
They're beyond criminals. And no one will ever tell me that. And anyone who's right in the waffle.
Second of all, now because we're going to go back to Kieran McKenna now. We're going to go back to Kieran McKenna.
No, Hamza. No, Grigs, I have to make this point. I accept what Grigs is saying is not even wrong, but it's high risk, but high reward.
Yeah,
I accept that. No, this is a fact. Hear me out. It's a fact. Because if Maresca works, it will be incredible. So I get that part. But we have to acknowledge the other part, which is it's a high risk. So this could go to the shits. So at the same time, as much as Chelsea could cook to fuck next season and could be incredible and play offensive football and all this shit, Chelsea could also be in 10th place next season and also be shit as fuck.
Are Chelsea in a position to play?
Let's acknowledge both as a possibility. I cannot just say it's either good or bad.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No.
I agree with that. And then Kieran McKenna, second of all, don't talk about people that you have never watched, because I guarantee you have never watched the Ipswich game and know nothing about Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town, by the way, with the League One squad, Kieran McKenna has the most points across England's top divisions in the past 2 seasons. He also has the most goals scored across England's top divisions. Last year in the championship, Ipswich scored the most goals in the championship.
The same thing McKenna did. Eddie Howe did. Come on now, you know this.
That's fine, and Eddie Howe's a good manager.
Eddie Howe was promoted with Bournemouth from like the 4th division.
I had the Norwich team.
And then Kieran McKenna did the same thing with the Ipswich squad, which is League One level, and he finished 2 points behind Leicester City squad, which is basically a Premier League squad.
McKenna's done a fantastic job, but once again, it's the step up, Grigs. Think of the step up.
But you know what's different from Kieran McKenna to Enzo Maresca? Kieran McKenna was also Ole's assistant for 3 years, and Jose Mourinho's assistant for a year. He has proven experience in the Premier League, actually helping coach a team, because those
wasn't Enzo Pep's assistant?
He was not for the same amount of time as Kieran McKenna. Not for the same time as Kieran McKenna. Kieran McKenna was also Enzo was not the tactician behind Pep. Pep's always the tactician of his team. Kieran McKenna has been documented by all reliable journalists that Kieran McKenna set up that out of possession system during Ole's reign. A system which, by the way, had United finishing 2nd and 3rd in the Premier League. Was it a weak Premier League? Yes, but at the end of the day, you play who's in front of you. So Kieran McKenna has proven coaching
Enzo's better than that
in the Premier League. So don't talk about people that you don't
Enzo's
know
better
about.
than him, man. I'm not gonna cuss Enzo.
No, but Grigs, when you're
Why is
talking
Enzo
about
better than him?
McKenna,
Why is Enzo better than him? Because you only finished 2 points ahead of McKenna.
Grigs, can I show
Again, you
you?
don't know
We're
who
gonna
you're
make a
talking
shocking
about. You
claim.
haven't watched Leicester City. You haven't watched Ipswich Town. You have no idea what you're
Well,
talking about.
I've seen how Leicester play. And Leicester play very, very good attacking football. Ball
Okay, and
possession.
Kieran McKenna, I rate Kieran McKenna more for Chelsea, by the way.
Because there are so many managers. My point.
I've seen West Brom with their manager.
Sam, you know why you think that? Because their name is bigger. The club they played at was
the
bigger.
thing that pisses me off about this, the main point here is there are so many managers in world football who play attacking possession football, bro. It's not just Maresca. It's not just McKenna. I can name you.
That's fine. No, but it's not only that though. It's about how they work with youth. It's about how they work with different aspects.
I think McKenna and Maresca would actually be better at your club than Lewis's club. You know why? I'll tell you why.
I agree with that.
Dan Ashworth, people, Omar Barada, people making decisions now at the top level who have been there, done that, who are proven. So now I know, let's all assume here, both McKenna and Maresca are a yes men. Okay? Let's assume that. One guy is going into a structure that's failed over the last 2 years, and one guy is going to a structure that hasn't failed. It's at step 1 of its process, and it has Omar Borada from Man City, it has Dan Ashworth, and it has decision makers who can make a structure work on the football pitch. So if you give Man United Enzo Maresca, if you give Man United Scott McKenna, they'll cook. But if you give it to Chelsea, where their structure has failed for a period of 2 years, you cannot say that they're going to cook. It's more than likely that they're going to be crap next season.
You know why I think Enzo Maresca is better for Chelsea than Man United? Because Enzo Maresca comes from the Pep school of thought. Manchester United, the one thing I will always say about Manchester United, we will never accept a Pep-type manager at Manchester United. We don't want that because it's very robotic football. Chelsea don't mind that right now. They want that football. They want the clear possession. They
I'll
have
be real. The match-going fans won't like it. They're going to turn them in.
But in terms of squad,
in
terms of squad, like your squad is more JDP based because Todd Bowley kind of wants that. When I look at United squad,
it's out is trending anyway.
My squad is more adaptable. Kieran McKenna, by the way, you know why Kieran McKenna? Because he knows about United already.
This is what Todd Bowley sees when he looks at Enzo. Hussam, you can share a screen, please. This is exactly
Enzo who, Maresca or Fernandez? You have to clarify.
This is what he sees when he looks at Maresca. That's what he thinks. He thinks he's Pep. Look,
I think the one replacement you have to put on there is Arteta because that's closer to the Arteta.
Listen, we're feeding everyone. I fed Bayern Munich, I fed Arsenal, and I fed Chelsea.
I'm actually going to say this.
And I don't get to say thank you in the show.
The Mail have reported that Chelsea have studied how Arteta eventually thrived at Arsenal.
I told you it's like Arteta
after working with Pep.
They pull the shit out with every manager.
That's what they're hoping. That's what they're hoping for Enzo. So all these guys making fun of Arsenal, you guys are literally trying to copy what we do. Now,
because we want to be bridesmaids and throw away every domestic. No, we want to be City. We want to be Man City.
Lewis, let me finish, please.
We don't want to be us.
I don't think Enzo.
Honest, no one's trying to be you, bro.
Guys, 1 second.
Everyone wants the manager that looks like me.
Guys, 1 second. Let me just say this. I don't think Enzo is the issue at Chelsea. I don't think he's going to be a bad manager or anything like that. I just think the circumstances around Chelsea, when it came to Thomas Tuchel, the owners basically got him out of there quick. Pochettino, even what he did on the pitch, you can criticize it, you cannot criticize it, up to you. At the end of the day, the reports that came out, they sacked him due to non-footballing reasons because they had issues with him about how he was demanding things.
That was one of the reasons. Failing to reach the targets was another one.
Lewis, please let me finish.
No, just be accurate. Just be accurate.
Okay, if you want to educate us, you can educate us when I'm done. Because clearly there was issues with both managers and the ownership. They were looking at different directions, and they ended up departing. You can say that it was because of what happened on the pitch, or you could actually just say that they had a difference of opinion and they wanted to depart. Okay, or both. Regardless, it doesn't change my point. My main point is, in order to be successful, there needs to be harmony with the back room and the coaches on the pitch. If the coach is not given a good environment to then coach the team, get the best out of the players that are available, and do what he needs to do, and he's always worrying about other issues like his best players being sold or the quality of the team diminishing in front of his eyes, there's going to be
Best
issues.
players aren't going to be sold.
There's going to be issues. So I think if Enzo, if your ownership and your backroom staff let the manager cook, let him do what he's doing, give him nurturing, back him as much as you can. Not saying give him everything he needs. Obviously, be reasonable, but just back him, encourage them. You could see something. But I haven't seen that from Todd Bowley and these guys yet. They've always interfered. They've always been too hands-on. And if
apparently they want to get involved in on
and if they're demanding that certain players need to play, if they're demanding things and they're telling
that's
him,
even believable.
bro, apparently reports are coming out that they're demanding certain players need to play in certain positions, like Nkunku needs to play in the 10.
Honestly, I think people are kind of
if these things are happening, if these things,
Bali's a real problem.
Why do you guys keep interrupting me? Please let me just say this and I'm done. If you guys keep interfering with the manager's work on the pitch and you're the backroom staff, you're the owner, you don't really deal with footballing matters, you're better off to just take a hands-off approach, deal with the money, deal with the main things that are going to affect your bottom line. But on the pitch, you need to let the manager do their job. If you interfere, it's going to be a poison chalice and you're going to be sacking another manager come 12 months from now. If you don't do that and you give him the freedom to then implement his style, be a coach, go out there week in, week out and do what he needs to do, then you can maybe see a level of success. But to me, Chelsea, for this time period where you guys have been shaky, too many changes, and your ownership have been too hands-on. That's all I'm saying.
It's mad that you've seen all those reports. We haven't seen the reports basically saying that we want a manager who's just going to focus on stuff on the pitch. But yeah, so I expect that. I expect that.
Well, that's good. That's good. You want them to stay the hell out of business. Footballing matters. If they start telling him you have to play Nkunku in the 10 because we paid all this money for Nkunku, then your manager is not even managing.
If that's the case, like we're making up scenarios. I don't know if that's the case.
You know, he broke the record.
I'm not making up scenarios. There's reports about this, Lewis.
Yeah, there is reports about it.
Whether they're believable or not is a completely different matter.
Lewis,
I don't even know who reported it.
The thing about you is you want to believe every positive story and you don't want to disbelieve every negative story. Keep a level head.
He's right about what's your source? What's the source of the article?
I'm sure the owners didn't say, right, I want Enzo Fernandez chasing the ball and pressing the goalkeeper. No, it's a managerial decision. So we'll see.
By the way, I don't think.
Oh boy, but we'll have to see.
I don't think it's what you think, Egal. I don't think it's like a position thing or like that type of stuff. You know what I think it is? I think they want to retain certain players as value. So I don't think they're going to be talking about positions on the pitch or any of that. I think they're going to be talking about minutes and amount of game played, so they can retain.
It makes sense, bro. If you spend 120 million on something like they did for Enzo, would you not want him to play every possible game for the value? That's how it goes, and that's how it goes in business. It's your asset. You're gonna want him to play.
No, I understand, but you're looking at
wouldn't
from a
want
business
him to be playing injured for 6 months.
Yeah, you don't want him playing for injured for 6 months.
Business perspective, not football perspective. That's two different things.
I'm
football
just
has become
saying,
a lot business related in the past decade.
Guys,
So
what I'm saying is not. Guys, what I'm saying is not ridiculous. We've seen it at Manchester United. We've seen it at other clubs when they have players that are not deserving to play because they've paid all this money, and you're saying, oh, they have to play in this area. But you know what? It's not necessarily the best thing to do for the team at times. Let the coach and the manager run the club. If you're behind the scenes, do your business behind the scenes. Don't interfere. If you give them, I think Chelsea for the last 2 years has been a place where managers have been set up for failure. Graham Potter came in. Let's be honest, guys. He was set up for failure. He was never given enough time. He was never given enough time. Pochettino. I'll give credit to Chelsea.
I don't think they interfered with Pochettino.
They gave Pochettino.
They didn't interfere in general. Like bullshit.
No, but now we're talking about two different things. I'm talking about Chelsea.
No, I don't think they've interfered. I'm saying they want to interfere in the future. That's why they're getting Maresca.
I just think with Poch, he's never should have gotten hired. Poch should have never gotten hired at Chelsea. That's the thing.
We're going based.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Who is hiring the manager? It's the same ownership that keeps making the same mistake.
So the issue, honestly,
I agree, which is why I've been saying these directors.
The issue with Chelsea board is that you have 5 people.
The thing is, a lot of Chelsea fans. A lot of Chelsea fans never predicted this recruitment, and now they're panicking.
Cowboy wants to do another thing. When Stanley wants to do another thing. Joe wants to do another
I'm literally spent the whole stream saying I'll wait till next season. What panic?
Bro,
No.
You gotta wait to see what Maresca does, man.
Thought, if I told you, give me 10 names, or 20 names, you'll never have guessed that you had a link with McKenna. You would have laughed at us if we told you're gonna sign Enzo and give him a 5-year deal. But guess what? You have to accept it. Now you have to defend it in front of rivals. You have to come here and show a brave face because it looks bad on you.
Defended what I've just said. We will see.
So I'm not saying I'm not.
What kind of defenses we will see?
1 second. The fact that people were mocking you and Chelsea fans will say, "No, Charles, we ain't gonna get McKenna. We're not going to." And we joke with Chelsea. So if we sacked him, the minimum we're gonna get is De Zerbi. That's what I'm saying. The minimum we're gonna get De Zerbi, but they did not get De Zerbi. Now it's come up to show exactly who they got. This football club, I told you, the owners don't have the same ambition as their fan base. Until the day Lewis recognize that, it will be too late. Recognize it now, Lewis, because you can do something.
I said it will be too late. What do you mean? These men are here for another 8 years. Like,
bro,
2 years too late anyway.
Lewis wanted Hansi Flick, right? You personally.
Yeah, that's
yeah, like he was one of the options I wanted. Or Amorim, or fucking
I wanted Mourinho, man.
Derby. Who else? Michelle. There's a couple options.
But I tell you
what,
what,
like, they're going for a possession-based manager. Maresca's a possession-based manager. He's up and coming, so we will see.
One thing good about him, EDS, he was smoking team.
Chelsea finish above Arsenal next season.
I'm just trying to get back into the top 4, man. I'm not even doing that.
Have some shame, honestly. Please, have some shame. Listen, on that note, let me just read the 2 super chats. You get me before.
I need to watch Raw
before we get out of here. Inshallah, Poch goes City when Pep leaves. Up the Chelsea is what the vision says. Lewis realized 2 weeks ago that I'm actually the one guy who has zero agenda because I actually would have taken Poch at my club. So he knows it wasn't an agenda.
Yeah, you still think he should have won manager of the season.
And I wanted Mourinho at my club as well. Those are the 2 I wanted. Before. Damn. Alhamdulillah. I wanted as well.
I didn't hear that. I got muted.
That's fine. You only sneezed. You didn't fart. As a Chelsea fan, I could see Enzo getting eaten alive by the locker room in the first 2 months. A yes man for the sporting directors with no pedigree. I think this is a possibility. Bleep bloop. And this is where the high risk versus high reward thing happens because some managers cannot do the step up and it eats them alive. So it depends. Can he handle the pressure? Can he put the balls on the table and go like, yo, I'm a Chelsea manager. I belong here. I'm going to cook. Or does he wilt? This is the thing that we're about to find out.
I don't think the locker room is going to be the problem. It's going to be if he can handle it tactically, not the locker room.
But Potter got eaten alive by the locker room, as an example.
I remember people used to say Man City.
Half of them didn't want to be here.
This locker room, they can't chat.
People said Man City.
By the way, Lewis, that's one of the reasons why. Lewis, that's one of the reasons why I'm worried about Slot. I think the players might I don't know if they will respect him.
But Slot won trophies, like.
But let's not do that. There's difference between working under Klopp and working under Slot. Come on now. That's the thing that I'll say. Same way there's a difference between working under Poch and working under
He's going the Lord. Nah. That's what you guys are singing.
Okay, listen. On that note,
and listen, one second, Sam. It's the last thing. What? You didn't play my video. Wallah, you didn't play my video. I promise you.
Wallahi, Twitter doesn't open the links anymore. Wallahi, I can't open it.
Can I play? Put me on big screen.
What do you want to play? Yeah, I'll tell you. Here. Go ahead. Make sure guys are slapping the like button. Make sure guys are subscribing. Carefree Lewis G is in the description. Egal Talks Football is in the description. Grigs Talks. Usmaan Talks United.
I fed Bayern Munich.
Stay here because it's going to take you to amateur.
Arsenal. I fed Arsenal. I fed Chelsea. I'm feeding everyone, you frauds. Listen, let me play this video.
But you have Liverpool. Huh? You don't have Manchester United? Yeah. No way. You don't have Manchester.
They only have big teams.
Big club.
I have before, but no, I don't have.
You don't have Manchester. No. But you have Liverpool. Manchester City?
Yeah, Man City. Inter. Argentina, world champion.
Chelsea.
Madrid. No Chelsea. No, but only
Arsenal.
Right.
So only big teams. Only big.
Big teams. Yeah.
The small teams, no. No small teams.
No customer for small team. No
one cares about
We'll
Man
let
City. No one
Hamza
cares
have it.
about Man City. No one cares about Man City. Trump of the world, baby.
Listen, stay here, chat. Big
Get
up to all the super chatters. I appreciate and love all of you guys. And we'll
I'm
see you
going
guys
to
on the
the
other
park
side.
on holiday. I'm going park
Are
on
you done,
holiday.
Hamza? Are you
Trump of
done?
the world,
Are you
man.
done? Are you done, Hamza? خلاص, can I end stream?
I'm
Or
done,
you
I'm
want to
done.
say anything more? Give me a 26 monologue on Chelsea, Hamza. Give me a 26-minute monologue. See you guys
I
later,
swear I
man.
will leave.
Hit the like button, man.